first topic I want to talk about really quick before we get into some other things is that I don't like bitch ass niggas. And the reason why I want to start off with that is because
game is about helping us learn the rules of manhood. And a lot of times what happens is we don't fully believe in the rules. We don't fully believe in the information.
You cannot fear rejection.
We got to stand on business out there, meaning that the bitches ain't gonna even fuck with me if they don't think that I'm willing to go the distance behind some shit.
everybody in this room, if you had a bitch ass moment, raise your hand.
When I say I am, I want you to say a motherfucking man. I am a motherfucking man.
Like I said, y'all should have bitches. I'm amazed. It's a struggle for some of y'all.
Once you find something that you're into, it comes before everything else. And then even when you deal with a woman who's into you, she has to compete with that thing, whatever the fuck that is, right?
Stand up if you believe in fear. Stand up right now. Everybody stand the fuck up.
You know, I say bitch a lot and nigga a lot, but, you know, it's with good intention and a lot of love in it and whatnot.
If I'm feeling insecure, is this really me, or did somebody teach me how to feel this way?
I am a motherfucking man.
What's good? What's good?
No, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Good. See, I touched it up a little bit. I did a little.
Yeah, I like that, man. Yeah, man. Shit, let's get it, man.
Just trying. What's going on with your fam? How you been, brother?
Just chilling, man. Just trying to get things done. You know, working on the next installment to the Masculine Identity membership and all that, man. What's good with you?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Matter of fact, I'm trying to get my membership together. I'm just trying to roll it out, but I'm trying to make sure before I roll it out that it's exactly how I want it to be, so it comes off without a hitch. And speaking of the Masculine Identity membership, y'all can see at the screen at the very top.
Hey, appreciate you.
.com. Yes.
I really appreciate you, man. Thank you for putting that up. Yes, sir.
Now, real quick, let me plug the joint. Men with no standards and consistency in their identity switch up for women. So I'm going to play 3 clips. Now, in these 3 clips, the male, and I got to call him a male because the way he's behaving, he's the same male in all 3 clips, but the women are different. But when you see him interact with these women, you're going to see why it makes sense that the joint is titled what it is. Men with no standards and consistency in their identity switch up for women. Before we get into that, let me just shout out some people. Wicked Scorpion, Renee P, what up, baby girl? How you doing? Uncle Gunn, June Sports, Brian the Man 8, Duke Lux was good. Who else we got up in here? Real Mr. Truth TV, Courtney R. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and plug that question for later. Chris in the chat, AJ Leno, Vic VD, I'm gonna call you VD though. I can't call you that other shit. Corey, Danny P. Who else we got up in there? Unique 79 was good. Antonio, No Data was good. Joe Blast was good, brother. Who else we got up in this bitch? Joe Blast. We got the the characters up in here. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, Day One's up in this bitch. Who else we got up in here? Linwood. What's good, fam? What's good, OG? RL 55th well. RL 615, J98. Who else we got up in this bitch? JAB, ain't seen you in a minute. Welcome back. Kaysen, Nathan, what's good with you? What's good? Bombastic. Ron Marine. Okay. So, real quick, y'all. First and foremost, like the stream, subscribe, hit the little bell so you get your notifications. Like the stream, subscribe, hit the bell. Also, if you got a question, put a Q in the chat. We're going to post the number in a little while, but we got to get through the joint first. Also, at the bottom of the screen, you see the PayPal joints, the Cash App joints. Don't be shy. I know some of y'all got paid yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Don't be shy, goddammit. You know what I'm saying?
Show some love. Yeah.
Show some love. But at the bare minimum, donate a like. It's free. I promise you, it won't cost you nothing. Right? G-Dog, UK, what's good? So let me go ahead and get this shit ready, man. Get this shit ready. Okay, which joint is it? Is it this joint? Yeah, it's this joint. But we gonna move that out the way for now. We're gonna get to the other shit that I saved. Okay, all right, let's get this shit ready. Okay, we're gonna do this one joint at a time. Hold on, let me remove this right quick so I don't. Okay, I'll bring that back up. All right, let's get that. Okay, so we'll do that in a minute. Miles, before we get into these clips, you got anything you want to plug, fam, before we go?
As always, make sure you guys go get the soap, man. Go get the soap. All right. Go get the soap. And I still got a couple of jars of the sample shea butter left. So if you guys want to order that, if you got, I still got a couple of orders left for that. So, get your soap and then we'll make that happen.
All right. So fuck it. Here we go. First clip. Now, gentlemen, I really need for you guys to have your awareness on point, right? I need you guys to really pay attention to what's about to happen. Okay, again, let me plug the joint. Men with no standards and consistency in their identity switch up for women. First clip. Now, what I'm gonna do, Miles, I'm gonna play all three all the way through.
Okay.
And then we can come back. But I want to play all three because I really want guys to let this shit soak in as far as what they're gonna see in the behavior of this Negro, right? So first clip. My bad. Hold on. I gotta add it. I'm bugging. All right, there we go.
Oh,
how you doing?
All right.
I was gonna say I may not be able to reach the top shelf, but I'll definitely be able to reach your heart.
Oh, can you take some dick? I already reached my heart. Can you take some dick?
Yeah.
Let my boy get a little 360. What you saying? Lift you up right quick. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna fuck this little motherfucker. I'm gonna try this one out. I ain't never done it before, but I'm gonna try it out. Shit. Yeah. What's up?
Okay, so it's the first clip. All right, second clip. We gonna see all of this shit. So the second clip.
If you had 2 hours with Charleston White, what would you do?
Go shopping.
Go shopping?
Yeah.
That's the first thing you would do?
Yeah.
You have 2 hours though. You're gonna spend the whole time.
I'll go shopping. I'll probably rub his back and make sure he's no cramps in his back and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Charleston.
She think I'm a trick. Yeah, I'm a motherfucking player that wants some pussy. She lying to me. You think I'm gonna take you shopping and you gonna rub my back? You got to touch my dick. Man, I want my dick sucked and fucked. We go, man, no, hell no. That shit didn't want to double up with me. Tell us to the tile line.
Are you sure? She's a
Man, ain't nothing wrong with my back. Man, my dick got pressure on my nuts is built up. These motherfucker heavy. This motherfucker needs to explode. I don't fuck my back. I can pop my own goddamn back. No, go shopping in the back rub? Man, please. Nigga, hell no. That's one of them old white boy who dick can't work. Man, please. Man, shit no. Hell no.
Okay. Third clip.
Yo, this shit hilarious.
How many? Well, I ain't gonna ask you that. You a lady. I can't even put them kind of questions on you.
I appreciate that a lot.
I just know what I'm looking at.
What you looking at?
Something that's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, say he who finds. Yeah, finds a good thing.
I know that's right.
Yeah, I'm looking at something that's good. How many?
All right. So I just wanted to show, because I saw one clip, then I saw this clip, and I saw the other clip, and I'm like, this nigga switched all the way up. Now, I just want y'all to read this caption, because this is a lady who posted it to the IG. When a real woman walks into a room, the energy shifts to meet her standards. Bro, when I saw that shit, I'm like, and that's the problem. So, Miles, I'm going to give you the floor, bro, while I go ahead and look at some of these super chats and shit.
Well, I mean, all right. see, it's the fact that he's assuming so much about her. Because I could understand that a different type of a different female will evoke different sides of yourself. You get what I'm saying? Like I could understand that part, right? But it's just the fact that he giving her so much like credit, talking about she a good thing. Like she a woman, bro. Like you giving her too much fucking credit. You understand? He should be on some shit like, yo, he should be saying that same shit, talking about his nuts is heavy and he's trying to explode type shit.
That's
because she thicker than the other chick.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So if it was really about all that, then you should be telling her this. You should be telling her that quicker because she thick and she look like she better looking. You feel me? If just based on the general consensus or whatever. But what I'm saying is that like you can't be giving these chicks credit, bro, just because they show up a different way, because how they show up is irrelevant. It's how you show up. You understand? It's how you show up. Because because look, the midget chick was like, I might not be able to reach the shelf, but I'll reach your heart. You understand? She trying to play cool on that cutesy shit. And then the other chick, she coming off like I'm not really attracted to him, but I let him take me shopping. And because of that, he's on that, oh, well, look, I need my dick this and my balls is heavy and blah. So this chick is probably less interested in him than both of the other chicks. But he over here talking about, ooh, I'm looking at something good. You see, like that's a problem with dudes, and that's why I don't really get into all that body count shit. And I don't get into certain things, bro. I don't get into certain things. It's like I behave how I'm going to behave because of who I am. And no matter the woman, it's not going to really change me like that. You see what I'm saying? Now, I do have a type.
Yeah, no doubt.
And if my type shows up, I'm a be a little bit more focused. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not necessarily going to change, because here's the thing with me. I'm not going to go over there and try to lift up I'm not going to go over there and try to lift up the small person. I'm not going to be yelling out how my dick is heavy and I need to explode.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to be sitting here in front of this chick talking about she's a good thing. You understand? I'm gonna be somewhere in the middle on all three of them chicks.
See, you said something important. And one of the things I'll talk about is temperament.
Right.
When you deal with women, and to your point, and I understand that if you have a different woman in your midst, and she has a different energy, okay, you're gonna respond to that energy. However, temperament, like you said, even kill in the middle. Even if the woman is the type of chick, she coming off like she want to give you some pussy, you still stay chilling. You don't get overly excited. Okay, just like if you're dealing with a chick that you're really attracted to and she ain't feeling you, you don't get down. You just stay chill. Right. He literally all over the place with these chicks. And the first two, he was talking that, oh, I'm a player. I'm trying to fuck. He come across this chick that he perceives to be a modest dressed good girl.
Right.
And that's why he switched up. And I just want to say this about that distinction, this quote unquote angelic good girl and this whorish bad girl distinction. Having that spectrum of how you act between what you perceive that you're getting, that's how you get fooled. That's how you get tricked. You know what I'm saying? So guys be like, oh, if I see a woman that's dressed like this, I'm gonna try to fuck right away. If I see a woman that's dressed like that over there, I'm a chill. And that's how you get got, and that's how you get tricked. And guys don't understand that women compete that. You know what I'm saying? They compete that you're acting a certain way based on how you perceive them to be.
Right.
Especially if they are purposefully introducing their representative to you and they're really concealing how they really are. Exactly. You're not gonna know. You're just gonna assume because of the exterior. It's the classic judging a book by its character type of thing. Now, my thing is, one of the things we preach is consistency. Be consistently who you are as a man. So even if you come across a woman who's dressed in a provocative manner versus a woman who's dressed like she just came from church, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, they're still women. At the end of the day, you don't know these women. Period. So it doesn't matter how she looked, how she dressed. At the end of the day, is she going to behave in accordance with your bottom line? Is she going to conduct herself in such a way where you feel like you can take her more seriously than someone you just having sex with?
Exactly.
Now, do you want to go back to any of the joints, or we just good to go?
Now we good to go. You ready for me to turn on the phone line?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Do that.
Yeah.
All right. Let me go ahead and run that shit real quick.
See, and it's interesting because Lucario said something on the live this past week where he was saying that what a woman does is cool, but it doesn't count unless you tell her to do it, right?
Right.
And so with that being said, you want a woman to respond to your demeanor, not you responding to other people's demeanor. And I mean, and that's why I don't, see these videos or the video. I mean, we can have the conversation still, but it's still kind of skewed because number one, Charleston White is a performer.
Yeah.
Charleston White is definitely a performer. I mean, the video show an example of a man switching up, but let's be clear. Charleston White is a performer. So he going to switch up anyway because this camera's on him. So he's going to give
performance, like you said.
over exaggerated responses depending on each female, right? So that's that. And then these situations where people put people in front of you and give you things to react to. That's a whole nother thing, like the Pineapple Show and all these other type of setup situations, where it's just weird where, even that this is, I forget the name of the network, but they have this shit where they put a chick in the middle and they have like 50 dudes surrounding her. And then she texts out different requirements. And then every time she texts a requirement, niggas get up and leave. I'm like, bro, that ain't no natural way to meet nobody.
No,
you see what I'm saying? That ain't no natural way to meet nobody. So even within, we talk about switching up, you have to look at your identity and choose where you even go to meet women. You feel me? Like choose the environments that you like to be in to meet women. So because you want to be comfortable, you want to be exactly who you are in these environments. So we got 802, you're on the Manhood is a Skill Set Show with Kay Zaggin and Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
This is Franz. I'm 47 years old and from Vermont.
Oh, what's going on, bro?
Franz, hold on real quick. Hold on. Franz, hold on. I got some super chats I got to call out. Franz, hold on. Give me a second. Dave Noble with the $4.99. Always appreciate the game. Give me a second. I got one more, and then you can go ahead and have the floor. Let me just get to it. So Corey, 2SS with the super sticker 99 cents. All right, Franz, you got it.
I wanted to call in because I wanted to affirm and say that what you're saying is extremely important. Because as I just mentioned in the chat, a man is at his best when he's being himself. And when he's standing on his principles and does not switch up anything. And I used to do that too. I used to be inconsistent and, well, she's from this country. I'm gonna talk to her this way, and she's from that country. And I said, you know what? I am who I am. Take it or leave it. And I had a conversation with a woman just earlier, and I told her my standards, and I said I'm not changing that for anybody. And it was quiet for a second, but later on, she appreciates what I'm saying. So I can tell you that you're right for sure.
Okay, so I have a question for you. You said you told her your standards. What do you mean? What did you say to her exactly?
Well, it was in reference to, like, for example, she's talking about at church, and I told her that the man makes the standard, and I said, I don't agree with the kids being separate from the family because the father needs to be the leader and be the protector. And she wasn't agreeing with me, but when I explained to her and I didn't deviate from my point, she suddenly doesn't have anything more to say. I have no more resistance.
Okay, now so is this a woman you just recently met, a woman you've been knowing?
No, I've known her for some years now online. But I've decided after thinking about things for the past year, I'm not deviating from who I am as a man. I'm going to stand on my principles and go ahead. No, I'm saying and so not only that, but I'm saying that what both of you are saying is 1,000,000% true. because I was also remembering a quote from Bruce Lee when he talks about he was talking about his life as an actor. He said when he wasn't himself, he didn't put out the quality, but when he was himself, you could see the quality of him as a man in his profession.
Facts.
So and I'm just trying to tell everybody, although I've got a lot to learn still, and I've got a lot to work on, at least I can do one thing right, which is stand up for who you are as a man and don't deviate from it. As you say, stand on your square.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you that when a man is consistent, women will respect him. But when he's not consistent, they'll want to argue and give resistance. So
right,
you're 1,000,000% right about this, both of you. So I just want to give you your props on that. But
all right,
the truth is the truth. So
all right, Franz, appreciate you, bro. Thanks for calling, bro.
Okay, thank you very much for the game that you're giving. I really appreciate it.
All right, man. Take care. Have a good weekend. All right.
So we good on calls for now?
Hey, we good on calls for now.
All right, so the call line is open. No, I got to put the number separate and shit, so it won't cover up the shit. But we'll do that later. So real quick, gentlemen, what are we talking about now? Some of you guys, y'all missed the opening clips and shit like that, so you can always go back and you can watch the joint, so you can kind of see why we're providing the commentary that we're providing. But today we are talking about men with no standards and consistency in their identity switch up for women. Now, let me just say this real quick. There is nothing wrong with acknowledging that you have a woman in your life that you see value in, and you act and you treat that woman accordingly. Okay. Conversely, there's nothing wrong with dealing with a woman who is a tad bit too disrespectful for your taste, and then you treating that woman accordingly. But it's not based on how they look. It's not based on what they have on. It's based on how they're interacting with you. And that's the whole point of it all, is if you're going to treat someone this way or that way, let it be because you're responding to how they're coming at you, whether they're coming at you respectfully or disrespectfully. Let it be that. So Jay Roman, you missed the clips that we showed. Maybe we can go back and have you respond to them and give your own, synopsis of it. But before we get to that, how do you feel about the topic? Men with no standards and consistency in their identity switch up for women.
Oh, definitely. And I think when you do the opposite of that, right? When you start to get that consistency in your behavior, consistency on and how you move, the natural result of that would be not to waver from meeting different women. And I think that's the problem, the disconnect that a lot of guys have, is when they make it all about the women, they don't understand that, when we speak about behavior that men should have, the result of it will be how you act around women, will be how you interact with them. So it's not about them, it's about you, but you will see the results when it comes to other things. So but yeah, fellas, I like to apologize, man, for being late. I hate being late, but I had to help my son out with some homework. It was the new math homework, and I don't know if you guys know how frustrating that could be, especially when they don't understand it.
Yeah,
but
that's reason number 432 why I'm not strong enough. Yo, shout out to y'all. Much respect. I'm not strong enough to have kids. I am man enough to admit that I'm not strong enough to have kids. I'm just not.
I'm not the homework dad. They will be reduced to tears if they're doing their homework with me.
No. That's part of the for me. That's part of the. I get that pleasure out of doing it and helping them out and seeing them, and I do the reading and doing all that stuff. So I'm that dad, but there is times though. There is some times.
What's the age of the young?
7.
I see that's all right. That's a decent age.
Is that shit where you gotta crisscross multiply the shit or do something crazy or?
Well, I will tell you this: your 7-year-old is smarter than we were 7.
Okay,
because they doing word problems where they don't give the answer, or they give stuff like you caught some fish, but the goldfish you got is 10 less than the fish you caught. but you have some minnow fish that's 5 less than the goldfish. You know, you got 3 salmon. You know, how many goldfish do you have? You know,
right.
and it's like it goes on and on, but you know,
All right,
you
real
gotta
quick.
do it.
Real quick. Shout out to Steve the Dean in the building, the man
For
mindset.
sure,
Get
for sure.
In the building.
the likes up. Get the likes up.
So
Go
I
to
was just
the
saying that's the reason why I'm late. I'm sorry, fellas. I'd like to
It's all
apologize for that,
it's all
and
good,
you know,
bro.
I had to give my son his due time.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
Parenthood before anything else, bro. So you straight. Don't worry about that. Real quick, guys, remember, if you got a question, put a Q in the chat. Phone line is open, 919-647-9392. 919-647-9392. So we got a question real quick. So Courtney says, do you think it is low interest and disrespect if a casual chick does not swallow your seed?
But if she's casual,
why do you care?
Yeah, why is that a thing?
Yeah, y'all got to pick y'all battles with these females, man. Y'all really do.
I used to make this dumb statement, and because you know they would ask me, "You mind if I spit?" or you know, "Do you care if I swallow?" And I'd be like, "Hey, it's you know, it's out of me now. It's yours now."
It's yours.
But yeah, you don't want to make that statement because you don't want them freezing it and doing something with it later on.
Right.
Which happened to a friend of mine. So I just want to let y'all know, like for me, you know, spit it, swallow. You know, just don't create no babies with it.
Right.
Yeah.
But
So
if it's casual, you know what? If she's casual, I wouldn't even want to. I would see when they casual, bro. I keep the nut in the condom, and then I tie a knot in it, and I put it in my pocket. I put in some paper towel, put it in my pocket, and I leave with it.
But you know what these guys are doing? They will strap on the condom to stroke, but then take it off or to get some head.
Oh, right. Well, okay.
Hey, well, you know, hey, this is what I would say. If just the cash, because he says low interest. Look, y'all gotta stop expecting women to make you a priority. Either she will or she won't. So if you're dealing with a woman where she's down to be in a fuck buddy situation with you, but she ain't really giving too much more of an effort than just that, then just chill. You know what I'm saying? And if you're dealing with other women, okay, you're bound to come across women who will prioritize you and they will do all the shit that you like. So, and just give more time to those women as they earn it. But don't be worried about something as frugal and meaningless as whether or not she's swallowing you a shit or not. You know what I'm saying? That's not that big. Now, this is what I will say. Let me just say this. If that's a big deal for you, it's not big enough for you to address it or to charge her. But if you don't want to get into a relationship with a woman because you feel like you want all of your sexual needs met, and that's one of them that you really want women to do, just never get into a relationship with her then. I mean, it's really that simple. It ain't that difficult.
That's it.
All right. So we got another one right here. London Boy said,
start drinking pineapple juice.
it could be the way your shit tastes. You know what I'm saying? Could be that. Because I've literally, I got a quick story. Speaking of that, many moons ago, right? This was some weird shit.
These are the tales that we tell so well.
Yeah, this one chick, she was having sex with one of my brothers, right? And you know, me and my brother, we had a crib together at the time, and he was somewhere in the crib, and me and her in the living room, and we talking, and she asking me about this nigga's diet, right? She just a funny question. I'm looking at her like, what? She's like, well, you probably wonder why I'm asking you. And then she go on to talk about how his shit tastes. And I'm looking at her like, what the fuck you telling me this shit? I'm like, if you worried about the way his shit tastes, you should be talking to him.
Right.
Not me.
Saying.
So hold on. So, okay, hold on real quick, gentlemen. Okay, so the question is, being that finding quality women can be difficult to show that they're qualified, is it ever fair to smash a woman that follows you but below your beauty standard? You niggas ain't got no standards. Miles, you want to get that one first? I gotta do something right quick.
Okay, but so my thing is,
why would you have why would your beauty standard be more important than your cooperation and compliance standard? That's my thing. You understand? And if she's that unattractive to you, then why fuck with her anyway? You see what I'm saying? If she's so far below your beauty standard, then why even bring her into your situation to follow you? Why give her the chance to follow you? You see that, so what that shows me is that you got into a situation through desperation, or you just can't control your urges. You can't control your dick. You see what I'm saying? So everything about this question exposes the fact that your game is weak, or your entire your entire dynamic when it comes to dealing with women is kind of off, bro. Like, you have no consistency. You see what I'm saying? Because your beauty, the way that you explained it, your beauty standard is more important than your cooperation and compliance standard, which lets me know that you're getting with women that you're not attracted to, but because you're kind of desperate and needy for sex, I guess. I don't know what else to take from this question. Or you got to call in to explain yourself, bro.
I think you hit it right on the. I think you hit it right on the nails, Miles.
Yeah,
is that the only thing that's taking her out of your standard was just the beauty?
But with me,
you're tallying up totality, not just looks, and that's
right.
the thing that we talk about all the time. It ain't just the looks that's going to get you qualified,
right?
So
look, for me to bring any woman into my cipher, there has to be some type of baseline attraction, period. So once there's that baseline attraction, the only thing I'm looking for is compliance. And the more compliant she is the more attractive she is to me.
And that,
you see what I'm saying?
Baseline attraction is what I'm attracted to. Not what nobody else is attracted to. It's what I'm attracted to.
What I'm attracted to. You understand? She ain't got to be no Instagram dime and all that other bullshit. She just got to be good enough for me to be like, damn, I could see myself fucking with this chick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could, like, if she get me excited, she make my dick hard. Like, that's all I need. Now, from there, the more compliant she is, that's how her attraction rises with me. That's how she gets more favor from God. You see what I'm saying? But I'm looking London Voyage. I don't think you don't have any fucking standards, bro. You really don't. Nope. But if she's that far below your beauty standard, how the fuck did she get there?
See, what that tells me, and I like what you say, Miles, that your language exposes you.
Right.
What that tells me is when he says being that finding quality women are difficult, he is referencing beauty as far as quality. That's what he's doing.
Exactly. He's exposing his own difficulty in actually attracting and finding the women that he wants.
Exactly. So, no, what it could be is that he's afraid to even go up to those women to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that, because here's the thing. This is what guys like to do. And this is how you know guys are insecure and they got low self-esteem.
Right.
They automatically think women that they deem as average or slightly below average looking, they automatically assume that those women are insecure women and that those women are easy. The fact that you even think that, you're telling on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're her. You're her. And here's the thing. You attract what you project. So if you're getting these quote unquote insecure women that are quote unquote below your beauty standard, it's because you are below their handsome standard. You know what I'm saying? So like attracts like. Water seeks its own level.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you guys to understand that when you go out in the world, there's aura, there's energy, that shit is real. You know what I'm saying? It's real. And let me just say this, because he's talking about smash a woman that's below your beauty standard. My thing is, if a woman is not visually appealing to me, I'm not fucking with her. That's one. Now, to your point, Miles, this is what all guys need to understand. When you are a solid, thorough dude who's on point and you actually have standards and principles,
right?
Like you said, Miles, and I agree. The more compliant a woman is, right? The more coachable she is, right? The more attracted I'm gonna be to her. I'm willing to give her more of my time because she actually knows how to listen. She ain't got no slick mouth. She ain't always trying to challenge the nigga on shit. That's the chick I'm gonna fuck with. You know, all the other chicks, I don't care how they look. I don't care how they body look. I ain't fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? So to me, and I said this a lot about how a woman's physical aesthetics, that shit don't mean nothing to me if you don't know how to listen.
Exactly. And I'll say this too. The part where he says it can be difficult to show that they're qualified. Listen, again, it is showing the faultiness and the weakness in his apparent program, the weakness in his quote unquote standards. Do you understand? Because if your standards are set, it shouldn't be that difficult for a woman to show if she's qualified or not. Right? If you have a job, you own a company and you have a job opening, and you are able to, effectively lay out the job description, it's easy to find a qualified candidate if the job description is effectively laid out. The problem with a lot of motherfuckers is they running companies where they got a person in a particular job description doing a whole bunch of different shit just by accident. They call that ad hoc employment. Meaning that, shit, whatever I got going on, you could fit in here, you could fit in there, you could do this, you could do that, because I don't have any real standards. So again, London Voyage, your language exposes you, bro. You have no fucking standard. Because if it's that hard to find qualified individuals, you don't have nothing going on.
And this is the guy you're talking about with this whole discussion, right? Because if he says the word, even if it's fair to smash. Now, if you're saying fair, that means the more beautiful ones you treat differently. So you waver on how the person looks. And so, and I'm kind of cautious with that word qualify, right? So to me, a lot of cats is kind of like sitting back and they're doing different little things. Oh, did she check this box? Did she mark off that box? Did she mark off that box? When in actuality, you want whatever she's doing to be natural, and you to judge that and say, hey, are these qualities I want next to me?
Right.
Because I tell you right now, if I'm going to a job, the first thing I do is look at the job duties and how they apply to me. And that's the stuff I'm highlighting in the interview, right? That's the stuff I'm putting up front. I don't want you to do that. I want to see how you really are for time to go by, see if that's really you consistently. And then I will judge to see if this is somebody that could be really next to me.
Exactly.
Not just to check off boxes.
Well, and I think right there, you said something very important. And that's the problem with dating. A lot of people are out here, and this is why dating is miserable for you motherfuckers. And I'm talking to both you men and you women. You're out here checking off boxes. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. It's gotten to the point where people don't know how to naturally or organically actually interact with people. It's almost like you're trying to force fit something, right? And what's happening is you're taking the fun out of dating. You should literally be enjoying yourself. Even if that person isn't someone that you don't see yourself with long term, you can still enjoy them for the moment, whether it's a week, a couple weeks, a couple months, whatever it is, a year even. And then once the thrill is gone and either one or both of you are no longer enjoying the situation, you just move away and then move on to the next thing. But people are out here trying to check these boxes, and you end up with these unrealistic expectations because it's almost like you're looking for perfection when you yourself are imperfect. That makes no fucking sense. All right, yeah.
No, I just want to say one more thing about London Voyage. See, this is one of those things that remind me why a lot of guys leave comments and don't actually call in. Because on the low, what they really want to do is it's crazy, right? It's crazy that if you break down the psychology of the question and a lot of the statements that guys put in the chat, they're trying to put women down, right? But what they don't realize is that in essence, they're actually pedestaling these women. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because he's talking about a woman showing herself to be qualified. Bro, you decide if a woman is qualified. And you also talking about, well, if it's fair to smash. A man with a valuable dick.
Dick is a gift.
A man who knows his dick is valuable. Don't say shit like, well, if it's fair to smash. A man decides to bestow the fucking privilege of his dick on a woman. You get what I'm saying? So no man who actually puts himself up here would say any of those things. But at the same time, you talking about, oh, well, it's hard to find women that's to be qualified. You low-key trying to play the bitch, but you don't even realize you're actually minimizing your own value as a man. You see what I'm saying? That's why none of these niggas want to call in, because all they truly want to do is badmouth females and act like, well, you know, the dating game is the way it is because chicks is fucked up out here and blah, blah, blah. Because, you know, a good percentage of them is coming from the other side of YouTube. You see what I'm saying? A good percentage of them is coming from other communities where all they do over there is complain about females. You see what I'm saying? But they try to word the question in a way to make it look like, oh, there's something wrong with females. And we're trying to let you know that if you ain't got no program and if your standards are not intact, there's something wrong with you. Because the females are supposed to come into your world and conform. Just like if you was running a company, the employee is supposed to come into your company and conform. Because if they was going to work at 9 a.m. at the last job, but your job description says you got to be at work at 8:30, you best believe that if they want to maintain their position, they got to come to work at 8:30. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, it's hard for a woman to be qualified because at her last job, she was coming in at 9 o'clock. And I have to deal with that. No, you don't have to deal with that. You just have to make sure that your standards are intact so they understand that they got to be at work at 8:30. But if you're not man enough, if you're not strong enough to do that because you're trying to hold on to some fucking fair weather pussy, then that's not the woman's fault, bro. That's your fault because you don't have any standards, probably because you've been going through a fucking drought and you fucking desperate and fucking needy and thirsty for some pussy. So you're willing to take whatever and then badmouth the women behind their back. But you're the one with the fucking problem.
You know, Miles, I can see this guy saying, I just asked a simple question. But the game ain't simple, y'all.
Yeah. It's not a big deal, Miles. It's just a question, bro. For real.
Yeah, and these guys just like to hear themselves talk.
Right, yeah.
You know, but not listening to what is being said and applying it. You know, the game is not simple. It's not a cookie cutter thing that you can do. Miles' program will not work for me. Zag's program will not work for me. My program will not work for you. The basis and the foundation of the program is what we highlight and talk about.
Facts. Shout out to Joe Blast for the $5 of the super chat. He says, respect to the panel with the applause emoji. That's what's up. Appreciate you, Joe Blast.
We good on calls for now, Miles?
Yeah, we good on calls. Guys, remember, call in 919-647-9392, 919-647-9392. I don't know if you might want to put the runner back because the orange number they might not be able to see it on, especially if they're watching it on their phone or something like that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Keep that up. Yeah, keep that up there.
Yeah, but I see you, Zach. I see you changing this up, man. Looking nice.
I'm trying. You know? Like a little more professional, you know. All right. So we got another question. We good on calls though, right, Miles?
Yeah, we good on calls, yeah.
I saw another question in this joint, right?
Hey, I wanted to say something real quick about the topic before we get to that. So I wanted to say something about the reason why as men, you know, it's detrimental for us to be switching up in front of women is because you got to understand that each type of woman have different agendas of survival. You understand? Each type of woman has different agendas of survival. And I want to explain to you. And I don't know, Zach, if you're going to show the videos again for Jay Roman's benefit, but
yeah, I'll do that.
The midget, right? The midget knows that she's at a loss because she's a midget. And no offense to little people and shit like that. But I'm just trying to explain the necessity of survival in each female's case. So the midget comes in knowing that she is a midget. And so she automatically came in talking about, well, I can't reach the shelf, but I can reach your heart. Right. So she's playing the game on that coy, cutesy shit, trying to appeal to his compassionate side. Why? Because she's a midget. Even though Charleston White himself is not he's not a very tall dude, but of course he's a regular sized dude and she's more of a small person. So she's already coming in like, well, how can I get to him? How can I affect him emotionally so I can get into his good graces? That's what women do. That's what women do. That's why I tell you guys, a woman don't lie. They don't tell the truth. They say what they have to say in the moment based on how they feel and their assessment of the situation, because their number one thing is survival. So the next chick, you see, she's all about her weaves, her nails, her lashes, and sandals and shit. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. So she's weaving and sandling it up, and she's not attracted to Charleston White. You understand? She the type of chick, she's not really fucking with a nigga like Charleston White on that level. But if Charleston White is willing to take her shopping, she'll take it. And that's her means of survival. You get what I'm saying? So she was like, yeah, I'll rub your back and make you feel good. And then you can take me shopping and blah, blah, blah. So she's explaining, she's giving her campaign of survival, right? Then the third chick, she is to me, she's still a hood chick, but she's I turn myself around hood chick. And I know that I could benefit long term from Charleston White's bigger than life personality. So if I can affect him in the decent girl type of way, maybe I can have some longevity and get some clout off of him my damn self. You understand what I'm saying? So each woman has their own agenda, which is why it is imperative for men to understand their own masculine identity and show up the same fucking way. Show up the same way, because if you know that you're the same way, then you're able to see those three different personalities that I just laid out. You're able to see that shit much easier. You get what I'm saying? And that's why it's important. You got it, Zach.
To your point, because here's the thing, and guys need to understand how women present themselves publicly is not a testament to how they are privately. So to your point, Miles, there are women who they're ladies publicly. They carry themselves one way publicly, and because people got to understand something about public persona. Your public persona is how you want to be perceived by people. Right. So a lot of times you can't tell if somebody is if they fake or if they really that way.
Right.
This is why masculine consistency and being consistent as a man is important, because if you're consistent and you're always making sure you represent yourself with authenticity, I can't even talk. Authenticity and transparency and assertiveness, right? What's going to happen is the women that you deal with, the ones who are about you, they will reveal themselves. Facts. The ones that aren't about you will also reveal themselves. Why? Because you're consistent. But if you find yourself switching up to match the energy of the woman, which he does, a man should never switch up and match the energy of the woman. If anything, you should be influencing the woman's behavior to conduct herself in a certain way towards you. This is what I mean by that. Shout out to Ron Wills. I remember he told a story years back of how, before he got to where he's at now, he used to catch a bus to the gig, to his job. And he would go out there, and he said there was some ratchet women out there, and they were all loud, and they were acting like some ratchet hood bitches.
Right.
And he said one day he went out there, and they weren't as loud anymore. They were even talking to him in a respectful manner on some I respect my elders type of shit. And that's because his physical presence, along with his demeanor, altered or influenced in how those women conducted themselves in his presence. So what I want guys to understand is this: femininity yields to masculinity.
Facts.
Masculinity never yields to femininity. So if you're yielding to the behaviors of the woman, you're not a masculine dude. You're not. You might think you are, but you're not. And that's the problem. That's why we tell you guys, treat women the same. And then let them respond or react to your personality. So that way you know who you're compatible with and who you're not. It's that simple. We good on calls?
Yeah, we're gonna call. I'll say this one more thing too for J. Roman get it. So another thing that's important too is if those women saw the interaction between Charleston White and those other two females, and that's exactly why that third chick was able to she could gauge the situation, and then choose the persona to try to appeal to Charleston's White, you know, to his, I guess, gentlemanly side or whatever the hell. You get what I'm saying? Because that's data that she could use to, you know, because women are chameleons, bro. And not to say that in a bad way.
They are, though. They are.
They're supposed to be chameleon. I'm explaining why it's not a bad thing that a woman is a chameleon. A woman should be a chameleon. Why? Because whoever the man that she chooses to be with is going to be her leader. So she's going to have to conform to his leadership anyway. So at the end of the day, she's going to have to be some type of chameleon to maintain the interest of that man. You see what I'm saying? And again, it's not necessarily a bad thing, because if that man provides good, decent, healthy leadership, and she's a chameleon for good, healthy, decent leadership, then she ends up being a good woman regardless. You understand what I'm saying? So, but J. Rome, you got it.
No, I'm just gonna watch this video. I'm curious on what this video.
Oh yeah, you can play the videos again, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the video. So Jay Roman, I'm gonna play all 3 of them through, and if you want to react to any of them, we can come back. But I gotta play them all through in succession, so you can get the feel for why the joint is titled how it's titled and why we talking about what we're talking about. So they're gonna be brief, but let me go ahead and play them through.
What's up, baby?
How you doing?
All right.
I was gonna say I may not be able to reach the top shelf, but I'll definitely be able to reach your heart.
Oh, can you take some dick? I already reached my heart. Can you take some dick?
Yeah.
Let my boy get a little 360. What you saying?
Lift you up right quick. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck this little motherfucker. I'm gonna try this one out. I ain't never done it before, but I'm gonna try it out. Shit. Yeah.
What's up?
Yo, he should have said that to all 3 of them. Yo, can you take some dick? That's what he said.
I would have had more respect if he would have showed up exactly the same in all 3 situations. And then let the women respond and react to him. All right, here's the second one.
If you had 2 hours with Charleston White, what would you do?
Go shopping.
Go shopping?
Yeah.
That's the first thing you would do?
Yeah.
You have 2 hours though. You're gonna spend the whole
Yeah,
time.
I'll go shopping. I'll probably rub his back and make sure he's like no cramps in his back and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
She think I'm a trick. Yeah, I'm a motherfucking player that wants some pussy. She lying to me. You think I'm gonna take you shopping and you gonna rub my back? You got to touch my dick. Man, I want my dick sucked and fucked. We go, man, no, hell no. And she didn't want to double up with me. Send us to the tile line.
Are you sure? She did not?
Man, ain't nothing wrong with my back. Man, my dick got pressure on my nuts is built up. This motherfucker heavy. This motherfucker needs to explode. I don't fuck my back. I can pop my own goddamn back. Now, shopping in the back rub? Man, please. Nigga, hell no. That's one of them old white boy who dick came.
Okay. All right, so let's go to the next one. This is the last one. And then you can go ahead and jump on it, J. Roman. Let me snatch it up. Where that motherfucker go? Where that motherfucker at? Where that motherfucker go? Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go.
How many? Well, I ain't gonna ask you that. You're a lady. I can't even
Thank
put them
you.
kind of
I
questions on
appreciate
you.
that. I appreciate that a lot.
I just know what I'm looking at.
What you looking at?
Something that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, say he who finds. Yeah, finds a good thing.
I know that's right.
Yeah, I'm looking at something that's good.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay. Oh.
See that?
Hey, look, he's funny, you know, and it's entertaining, but don't switch up on the third one.
Yeah.
Keep the energy all the way through. Now, are they all consistently at the same time? Was that a different day?
No. It's the same. It's the same day. It's the same day.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Come on. Where they're coming up one at a time and shit.
Come on. My thing is, he said different stuff to each one of them compared to the first and the second one. He said something different, but it was on the same path line of pretty much what he want. Right. Yeah. The third one comes in. I didn't see her walk in. I can only imagine. She comes in, and the way she was dressed and sat down and everything, you know, she probably wanted a chair. You know, can we sit down in a chair or whatever? But either way, he decided to change up and to switch up to match what he felt like she was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Right. And then that's where we go wrong, right? A lot of guys go wrong because you went with whatever her personality or whatever she wanted to project at that moment. You thinking that's it, and when you find out it's not, then that's when we all got these situations, and the dude is mad. Oh, I can't believe my chick did this, and da da da. And whoop. Well, you didn't keep your same energy to find what you really wanted, and so you got anything from her.
Well, let me say this real quick. This is how you know guys don't got no standards, because standards don't change. Dating preferences do, though. And I need guys to understand. This is why when some women say, "Oh, that's my standard," no. Because if that's your standard, it would never change, right? So, an example: if a woman says, "I'm only dating men that are wealthy," that means you would never change that, no matter how sexy the guy was. If that's your real standard, you would never change it.
So
But we
Zach,
all know it's really a dating preference. It's not a standard.
Zach, Miles, I'm gonna have to play devil advocate for a little bit, right?
All right, let's do it.
Just to get in touch with some of these cats out here that's really listening, that's saying they like to categorize things, right? And say this one is wife material and this one is not. So what I was looking for in this one, it was not. So I judged it differently on this side. Because I'm just trying to smash that. I'm just trying to smash that. She got her sexy high heels on and the dress is super short. And she just looked like she just smashed it. So I'm just trying to smash that. But this one just here in this little business suit, saying, "Ooh, I could tell she's wife material." So the standard of that is a little different. And that's how they categorize it. So they think they're stepping in two different zones when they label one different than the other. Oh,
Right.
This one is the one I can marry. This is the good girl. This is whatever. I could tell that by the way she's dressed compared to this other one. And when I ratchet it now in my head like that, when I go out on Saturday night, I'm just trying to smash. So why do I need standards when I'm just trying to go out and smash?
Now,
shout out to Alicia and Reg for the $7 super chat. He says, I met this woman when I didn't have a standard and I switched up. I realized it's so hard to carry on and I let her go. Shout out to the panel for the title. Facts.
And that's okay. And that's, I'm glad you said that, Alicia and Rhett, because a lot of times when guys switch up, it's not their real personality. Okay. They are switching up based on what they perceive the woman to be. Right. So at some point, do you ever introduce your women to who you really are in the beginning,
right?
Or do they see who you are later? You know what I'm saying? Depending on, and that's inconsistent on your part, because what happened is you'll think the woman is one way, so you'll match her energy. But then when you find out she's not exactly what you anticipated, then you will switch up again to match her energy. So a lot of times guys will be like, "Oh, the woman changed." You were never consistent to begin with. And you falsely assumed or believed that a woman was a certain way. This is why we got red pill. All these red pill guys, that's exactly what happened. They perceived a woman to be a certain way, so they countered that with based on what they thought the woman was. They said, "Oh, she's a good girl. Oh, let me treat her like my future girlfriend. Okay, let me get into a relationship quick. Let me get married quick. Let me have some kids quick. Let me cohabitate quick." And then a couple years down the road, they realize this chick is nothing like I thought she was. She's a stranger. I don't know who this bitch is. And my thing is because in the beginning, she introduced herself to you with a mask on because you a fool and you don't know how to actually lead and actually influence the woman with who you really are. Because what guys want to do, this is what guys want to do. "Oh man, she's a good girl. She's the type of girl I can take home to my mother. I don't want to fuck this up." So if a guy thinks that she's the type of girl I can take home to my mom, and a woman wants to wait to have sex, what do guys do? They'll wait. They'll wait because they believe they're getting something. They
Right.
believe they're getting something of value because that's what guys do. They automatically judge a woman's character based on their perception of who she is sexually. Oh, if she's promiscuous, she has no value.
Right.
If she's a chick that make niggas wait, and she's the all-American girl next door that I can introduce to mama, automatically she got value. I don't even know her character for real. But automatically, and to your point, Miles, they're automatically putting these women on a pedestal based on how they perceive the woman to be. And then once they find out she is just like, quote unquote, all the other chicks, as they say, then all of a sudden, this is why you got guys making podcasts saying all these women are for the streets. All these women are 3 or 4. Then it's like, nah, bro, you just don't have discernment. You don't know how to ascertain whether or not you're dealing with a woman that you can actually do something with long term, or a woman that you can just date casually, because you're so focused on being influenced by the woman instead of influencing the woman. Because if you're influencing a woman, it doesn't matter what she got on. Either she gonna do what the fuck you tell her to do, or she not. Either she gonna behave in a way that's conducive for your bottom line, or she won't. Y'all got it.
So you mean to tell me that if I see a girl with her tatas out, she walking down the street, she can't bend over to pick up a piece of paper because it's gonna ride super far up with this tight dress on, and that I should treat her the same that if I was, walking down the street and I seen this lady in a business suit walking my way with a little briefcase on, still looking nice and stuff, I should treat her the same way?
They're the same woman. And a lot of people can be like, no, yes, they are. They are the same woman. Okay, let me elaborate. The same chick.
Well, that's why I said it. Go ahead and elaborate.
Yeah, they got her titties out, and the same chick that's carrying the briefcase. Both those are the same women that would cheat on you if they had a chance. I'm not saying all women cheat. I'm just trying to make a point. I'm trying to make my point. Both those women are the same women that would cheat on you. Both those women are the same women that will sit there and throw some hot grits on your ass if they got mad enough. Both those women are the same women that'll talk shit to you behind your back. I said all that to say this. You can't tell how a woman gonna do you or treat you based on what she got on. Now, you can have a dating preference and say, I don't want to date a woman who dresses provocative. I prefer to date a woman who dresses in a modest way. Cool. That can be your dating preference. But still, if you got standards, ultimately, what's going to separate those two women is the treatment. How do they treat you? How do they act when they are in your physical presence? Again, I'm not telling guys to date women that dress provocatively. I'm just saying, don't be fooled by women that don't dress provocatively, because behind closed doors, in many cases, those women are exactly the same women. Miles, you made a point. Women will do shit that they think benefits them at the time.
At the time.
If a woman feels like I need to catch a guy that I can easily manipulate with the possibility of sex, I'm going to come across like a chick who's easy. I'm going to come across like a chick who's willing to give it up. And so now, if I find me a dude that I'm sexually attracted to, I might go ahead and bust it wide open for him. But if I come across another dude who I think I can manipulate and deceive, I'm going to make him think he got to chase me for this pussy. So it doesn't matter how a woman dresses. She's not going to give it up any easier because she dresses a certain way. She's still going to pick and choose how she interacts with the man based on how she perceives the man to be. And that's what a lot of guys don't understand. It doesn't matter if this woman look like she work a corner and this woman look like she a CEO. Based on the type of man that you are or that she perceives you to be, ultimately, she's going to treat you based on that, regardless of what you think about her. And I think that's what guys get it wrong. They're so influenced by the woman, they don't know how to influence a woman. Y'all got it.
Well, I would just say this, and I'm glad you said that. And I only play devil advocate a little bit because guys lie to themselves and create reasoning for their behavior, right? And then say, "Oh, I'm a man to a woman, but a trick to a hoe." You know what I'm saying? Like they create that partition and being like, "Well, these rules don't apply to this over here because what I want from her will be a lot less than I want from this one over here." And I think that's the part where a lot of cats are not truthful with themselves when they do things like that, because they feel one is easy and the other one is not. But in the base, you don't really know in the background, like you were saying, Zach, these two women could be one and the same. The preference of how you want her to walk out that door, if you don't want a woman that looks and walks out like that, then that's the preference, but you never know what's behind that. So,
bro, I know professional women. When I say professional, I'm talking about psychiatrists. I'm talking about pediatricians who go to sex parties.
Yes.
You would never know.
They have
the
the
way
best
they
ones.
judges, nigga, judges even. You know what I'm saying? You would never know because of the way they conduct themselves publicly. They're very professional and they carry themselves in such a way. They carry themselves like a lady. When they say a lady in the streets, a freak in the sheets, yo, there's validity to that saying and that's how guys get fooled. This is why, and shout out to Mr. Justin. He did a live stream over the last couple of days, and he was talking about the bad girl and the good girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, and shout out to LaCarl, he talked about this too. They're the same girl. They just pick and choose which side of themselves they're gonna show to which guy. So if you're the type of guy, I'll give you an example. I'll give you a real quick example. If a woman is seeing you and she says to herself, you know what? I'm a single woman. I don't have no kids. I really want a family. I really want to be a wife. And she sees that you have what she appears to be, on paper anyway, the capabilities to be a loving husband and a doting father. She ain't going to show you her freaky side right away.
Right.
Because she don't want to lose out on the opportunity to see where it can go with you and her. But if she's seeing you as the guy she can fuck and she don't really take you any, serious beyond that, she gonna show you her freaky side quicker. Because she doesn't care how you think about her, simply because she doesn't look at you as a long-term option anyway. And that's what guys, and this is why a lot of you guys who come with that boyfriend energy right away, you're actually doing yourself a disservice, because in many cases, that woman could literally conceal who she really is based on your perception of her. Oh, matter of fact, let me illustrate my point. Let me show you guys something. Let me prove my motherfucking point with this shit right here. Please, please, please. Do I still have it? No, that ain't it. Please, let me still have it so I can show you motherfuckers. That it right there? Nope, that ain't it either. I'm gonna show you guys. Where's it at? Right here. So my boyfriend and I have sex once a month. It's not like I don't like sex, but I want our relationship to be, but I don't want our relationship to be centered around sex every time we meet. I love him very much. So I need to set standards for him to see value in me, but deep down, I crave sex every day. Recently, hold on, let me move this number real quick because I don't want to.
This is some dumb stuff.
Okay. Hold on. Recently, I've been seeing this guy. I don't love him. I don't see my future with him, so I feel comfortable having sex with him every day. I don't mind if he sees me as a whore. I'm using him to satisfy my urge. This is what happens when. Let me take this off real quick.
This is some dumb stuff. This and this is the woman that some guy is following.
He's being dictated to. But this is what a lot of guys don't get. Once a woman sees you a certain way beyond just sex, as a potential boyfriend or even a future husband, depending on whether or not she thinks she can still get it if she has sex with you or not. And that's right there. And that's the point. If a woman is sexually attracted to you and she thinks you're not judgmental, then more than likely in some cases she still might do it. And while running the risk that you might not take her seriously. But if she thinks for any moment that you won't take her seriously beyond just sex, then she's gonna stall you out in most cases. And be like, you know what? I don't want to show him that side of me because he's gonna think a certain way about me that's gonna ruin my opportunities to have something more serious with him. which is what the young lady was saying with that post. And this is how you get fooled. So if you're consistent, if you're the same dude with every woman, you don't got to worry about that type of deceit.
Right.
Let me tell this real quick story. I told it before. You know, my ex-wife, when I first met her, when I got introduced to her, and I said this recently over the last month or so, I saw something, right? I can sense that there was something about her that I wanted to get to know. I'm like, you know what? There's something about her. You know, I'm very curious. There's intrigue here with this young lady. But I still had to do my due diligence and police myself. When I say police myself, although I saw potential beyond just sex, I had to make sure I didn't jump the gun and move too fast based on what I thought I was seeing, based on the perception of what I thought I was going to see. So I still had to put her in the fuck buddy category to make sure that what I thought I was seeing was really what I thought I was seeing, but I needed to put her through the fucking paces, through the ringer to make sure. But also I had to police myself to make sure I didn't get got. Yeah, I got it.
Guys, call in 919-647-9392, 919-647-9392. Go ahead and call in, guys. We got about a half hour to 40 minutes left, so make sure you guys call in. Don't wait too long, please. You got any questions you want to address?
Yeah. I'm about to grab.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions on there.
There's a lot of questions in there. Yeah.
There was a comment on there that I need somebody to ask it in a different way because I didn't really understand it. He was asking us to have the insight on younger women 5 and plus.
Yeah. Put that back in there. Put it in a question form though, not a statement.
Yeah, and when you said 5 and plus, that just threw me off. Because I'm thinking you saying a 5-year-old plus, and I ain't gonna make no comments about no 5-year-old and plus. So you know.
Okay, well, so let's get to this question. Did we shout out Joe Blast already for the 5?
Oh yeah. Shout out Joe Blast for the 5.
Shout out Joe Blast. Shout out to you, fam. All right, so he says. So Kason says, is there even a need to say this is my standard? No, when dealing with women, or should the standard be understood by your actions? Yes, gentlemen. A lot of you guys are having conversations you don't need to have. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing about verbalizing things to women and actually showing women with your actions. There's going to be a need for you to articulate yourself verbally. You know, there's going to be time for that. But if you're consistent with your behaviors, a woman can see how you're moving. The problem with guys is y'all say one thing but do another. And that undermines your authority in a situation with the woman. You say one thing, but do another. Now, and here's the funny part. Your actions will always be what women go by most of the time. So this is what I mean by that. If you tell a woman, I don't want no
let's keep that question there because I want to talk about that. But 502, you're on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show with K-Zach, J. Roman, and Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Oh, it's Phoenix, Louisville, Kentucky, 41.
All right.
What's going on, gentlemen?
Good.
Yeah, no, I was just calling to more, I guess, on the clarity of the post that Zach just put up about the woman saying that she only has sex with her man once a month. Type of thing. Now I was trying to, I guess, connect the dots. The women that seem to do that, are they doing that because the sex is pretty much the best they have to offer, or pretty much all they have to offer? Because it seems like, from my experience, the women that have more to offer than just the sex, they give it up quickly. They don't mind giving up the sex quickly because it's like they got more to offer to keep a man around.
See, you know what? There's some validity to that when you talked about women who give it up quickly. See, a lot of women believe that the root cause of their inability to keep women around, I said keep women, well, it could be women too, but to keep men around is because they're having sex too quick. Now, in some cases, that's only valid if they're having sex with judgmental men. If they're having sex with men who say, oh, she gave it up too quick, can't make her my girl, then it's true that them giving it up sex too quickly is interfering with those guys. But as a woman, why would you want a relationship with that judgmental guy anyway? Now, what's really going on in most cases is it's not the fact that women are having sex too quick that's the problem. It's the fact that men don't really like them, and a lot of women aren't honest with themselves that maybe you're just not likable. Okay, maybe you don't conduct yourself in a way outside of sex where a man actually wants to spend time with you. So a lot of women, they need that wake up call where someone got to talk to them about the way that they behave, so they can understand that giving up sex quickly isn't the issue. It's because they just have a disposition that doesn't make them likable beyond just sex. Y'all got it.
Okay.
Caller, could you
So
repeat?
they ain't got nothing.
Could you
They
repeat
ain't
your
got nothing to
question?
keep the man around.
Could you repeat your question real quick for me?
No, I was asking that basically. Okay, so the women who want to hold out on the sex, say like that woman that in the post. Right now, I mean, obviously she didn't post whatever in the post, but I was kind of thinking when Zach was reading the post, I said, well, what else does she offering besides the sex? So it seems like the sex is just her selling point. That's pretty much all she has to offer.
Well,
so she's trying to withhold it from him.
No. See, here's the mistake. Here's the mistake of most men. Most men are doing like you're doing right now, and you're trying to figure out what she has to offer. So you might as well be asking the woman that bitch ass question, what do you bring to the table? That's what you're doing right now. Because this is the mistake that all of you men make. You always trying to figure out the woman. Once you realize that the woman is nothing to figure out.
Facts.
The woman is nothing to figure out. The only thing you need to figure out is yourself. Once you know what you require of a woman, everything else falls into place. Because the nigga in that post, because my nigga, listen to me. If my woman decided, let's just say she started acting like we could only fuck once a week, guess what? She would not be my fucking woman anymore. So she wouldn't even be posting that shit about a nigga like me. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
That's a mistake that all of y'all niggas made. Talking about, well, what does she have to offer? Is it just to say? Let me tell you something. I tell a woman what she needs to do in my life because my program is set. So I don't need to sit here and ask no questions about her, bro. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
So let me say this too. About that. See, the post that I posted, she wanted to be perceived a certain way. She wanted to be perceived as angelic, the good girl that don't get down like that. Also, she does because here's the thing: what's probably happened to her in the past is she's dealt with guys and they were judgmental about her sexual side. Maybe they told her she was too freaky. Maybe her sex drive was too high. Okay, maybe she's a nympho or something. So what she's doing is she's gonna make sure that whatever she desires sexually is taken care of by a guy that she doesn't care about whether or not he judges her or not. So what she's doing, she's controlling the flow of information. Like, I want this guy to perceive me a certain way, so I'm not going to fuck him because I don't want him to think this way about me. So everything about her is deceptive.
So she's doing it out of fear of the judgment.
You said what?
She's acting that way out of the fear of the judgment.
Well, from him specifically, because with the other guy, she doesn't care about judgment. So with this guy, I don't believe that she's even sexually attracted to her man, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't believe, because see, and this is the mistake that guys make. See, two things can be true at the same time. A woman can love you but not be sexually attracted to you.
Right.
That can happen. Just like a woman could be sexually attracted to you but not love you.
Now, I just want to put something in there. Listen, guys, you have to understand something. We can debate whether or not she's attracted to the guy, this, that, and the third. But it is the nature of the man that inspires her sexuality. The reason why she's only fucking her man once a week or whatever, once a month, whatever she said, and the reason why she is worried about her her perception or her sexual character in the eyes of her man is because of the way that man behaves. Let me explain it to you. He probably only fucks her missionary. He probably turns off all the fucking lights and only fucks her at nighttime. He probably never fucked her in the shower before. He probably doesn't even ask her for head. You understand what I'm saying to you? It is all because of the character of that man. But let that man be the nigga that fucking chokes, spanks, and bites the shit out of her and fuck her deep and raw and talk shit and spank her and all of that dope shit. She wouldn't have a side nigga. Necessarily. She would not have a side nigga. She would be fucking that nigga 2, 3, 4 times a week. And probably be tired on Sunday because he putting it on the too goddamn much. But it's because of his sexual character. And then because then she realized, because she's already a freak. A bitch already gonna be a freak, bro. A woman just look in the mirror and turn into a freak because a woman got curves, she got titties, she touch her clitoris and just fucking go crazy. Women are already freaky. But it's when a man can fucking harness that sexual energy because of his character. Will she be able to fully express her freaky sexual feminine nature? But he's the one that has to lead in that charge. And what's happening in that post that you're not realizing is that she can't fuck him like she fucked the side nigga. Because like you said it earlier, Zach, he's a judgmental type of dude. Mm-hmm. So that means he's one of these he's like a church boy, or he's some type of conservative bitch ass nigga.
You know what?
Or he probably said it. He probably expressed that maybe he likes her innocence, or maybe he likes all this other stuff, and not saying, hey, I like it when we get down too. Like that. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing you today for.
Or he just had a conversation that had nothing to do with neither one of them, and she just peeped game. There's another joint. I did a video about this joint, and it was a post similar to one I read. Well, it was a post, but it wasn't similar. Basically, this guy was having casual sex with this one girl, and one of his female co-workers asked him, "So, are you guys getting serious?" And he said, "No, she's too freaky for me." Right? So, what could be happening is, if anyone is familiar with the Madonna whore complex, what happens is a lot of these guys, when they view when they view a particular woman that they deem to be wife material, when they view her to be a good girl and all of that, they don't want her to do freaky hoe shit.
Right.
This is why they'll have sex with a call girl, a prostitute, an escort, but when it comes to their wife, they don't want to look at her as a whore. Right. So it could be he's acting in such a way where she is making him wait for sex, and he's like, "Girl, no, you're so precious. Your body is a temple. I don't want to defile you. No, let's wait. It's so precious." And he might be acting like that.
But this is the craziest thing. This is the craziest thing, right?
Okay.
We just examined this girl, and in the course of this examination, we were all still talking about the influence that man had on her. See, you guys don't understand. Either you're going to influence her, or the world has influenced her. But she's being influenced by men. Period. Either men in the past, either her viewpoint that she has of men. That's all influencing her. And guys, you influence your woman no matter what, either good or bad. And the thing is, he's influenced her, or her past men that she has influenced her to say, I need to be innocent if I want something longevity with somebody. So I'm gonna be innocent with him, but I'm going to do whatever I want with this other guy that I feel like I have no future with.
I got you. So kind of like what
influenced her,
which I was kind of saying, huh?
I said he's influenced her, and his influence doesn't outweigh the other influences in her life, which is not a position he should be if that's his woman. You should have the greater influence of your woman.
Going on like what Miles had just said. So basically, by him trying to lay her down and be nice and do all that stuff, and he kind of pedestalized her, and she's like, "Yo, I'm on this pedestal. I don't want to fall off this pedestal and be judged by this dude. So I'll go get dug out by that other dude and get sexually treated how I really want to be treated," because she didn't want to fall off the pedestal. She didn't want to be judged. But
let's take it a different way. Let's take it a different way.
How he treated her.
I'm gonna take it a different way. I'm gonna take it where he's wanting to dig her out. But every time he tries to dig her out, she goes, no, I just want missionary and I just want to hold you and I just want to make love, right? That's what she says to him because she wants this connection with him. She wants this guy to be her boyfriend. She sees long-term. But the reason why she's doing that because she's been influenced by guys in the past or by society that says you got to be this innocent one to be chosen,
right?
To be in a relationship, to have somebody want to marry you. Now, even in that scenario, he messed up because he is not the strongest influence in her life to say, I don't care what society says. I want you to toss this thing up like I like it. And I'm still going to treat you if I'm really interested in you like a woman I want to be with, no matter how you toss it.
Facts.
Got you.
And you know what's crazy too? You know, the thing is that he could be actually the conservative type of dude. He could actually be that dude. But the crazy part is that most times people are not. People have a certain like gated type of expression when it comes to sex, because a lot of people look at sex as something shameful. You understand what I'm saying? Because here's the thing, a guy like him, let's just say he found out she was cheating and then saw pictures or video of them doing some shit. He would be mad and be like, damn, how come you never done that with me? You see what I'm saying?
He would be distraught. And
He would be like, damn, why you gonna do that with him and not with me? And then her explanation is gonna be, but you always gave me the impression that we could never do that type of shit. And he's thinking, well, you know, I grew up in a Christian family and they always made me feel like this and I didn't know. And I didn't have enough courage and bravery to express. Because I'll be honest with you, I haven't been a person to spank and dirty talk all my life. I had to develop that. I had to develop that type of shit. Like I was a very silent. I mean, I used to try different positions, but still, I was very silent. You understand? I would be super conservative when it came to sex in certain aspects of the game. I ain't even gonna lie. It took time for me to watch movies and read erotic stories and trade notes with my friends and get into certain women showed me some shit, to be honest.
So
you
understand? You weren't sexually confident in who you are? Is that what you're saying?
No, I just didn't know how to express those different sides of me.
Oh, gotcha.
Hey, Miles. Oh,
Yeah.
Miles, don't let I was there too, bro. I never forget. I would say I was sexually in training. So, you know, that's sexually confident in training. So I was on the right path. But I never forget Chris Rock. I never forget Chris Rock in that joke where he was like, you know, you can't ask for stuff. Right? Can you
excuse me,
you know, can we try this today? Like, can we, you know, you got to be like, hey, I'm on these balls, right? And that was his joke, but that joke made a lot of sense that, you know, the things you want, what would really mess this dude up if she goes, well, you never asked me.
You never asked me. Exactly.
He'd be like, oh, snap. Like, I didn't. Like, I just, like, a lot of dudes are afraid to even ask their woman, to text a woman. Like, some dudes can't even text a woman in the middle of the day and say, hey, shit, tonight I love some head. Right? Just that simple statement, like, yo, you know, warm. You know, I used to say, you chewing some bubble gum, the old school kind, get them jaws straight, right? So that would be the start of it, right? Because I want your jaws. I don't want no complaining about your jaws later on. Like, get it strong. Start chewing the bubble gum today. Chew some bubble gum today, right? So even that, to start flirting and start doing that, dudes don't even do that. They don't look at their woman or text their woman, damn, that thing looking good today. Right?
See, but that's my point about sexual confidence, because sexual confidence isn't just your ability to please a woman sexually, it's your ability to articulate what you like.
What you like.
Exactly.
About it. Because I ain't got no qualm. I'm telling the chick, but I'm gonna do it in a nasty way. I'm gonna grab the head. I'm gonna need you to suck this dick. Hey, when you do it, look at me. I need you to look at me when you do it. You know what I'm saying? So I got a quick story. Caller. I got a quick story.
Details that he tells so well.
To kind of go with what we're talking about, right? Because I dropped a joint from my Patreon people titled "When She's Sexually Attracted to You, but she likes you too much, right? So I got a story I got a real life story to show all you guys what happens when a woman perceives you to be a certain way and she wants you to perceive her to be a certain way, and how that impacts her ability to fuck you at a certain time, right? So real quick, I'm gonna try to be brief. So some of you have heard the story before, but it bears repeating. So years ago when I was in my 20s, right, a partner of mine was dating this girl. And she had her own spot with her older sister. Her older sister was like 2 or 3 years older than her. So he was going to go visit his girlfriend. And he asked me, did I want to come along? And he was going to introduce me to the sister. And I'm like, cool, bet. So boom. So I'll go over there with him. He introduced me to the sister. The sister and I hit it off right away. Instantaneous, right? So he go in the bedroom, with his girl, and they doing whatever they doing. Me and the older sister, we in the living room, we making out, we groping, we fondling, we doing everything but fucking, right? So when I go to take off her clothes, she won't let me do that though, right? So at that point, I'm like, well, then we got to stop what we doing if we ain't gonna fuck. So boom. So we stopped doing that. So my partner come out as we go to leave, because she's grabbing all on me, kissing on me, telling me, promise me I'm gonna see you again. She's telling my friend, hey, make sure you bring Carrie back with you when you come over to see my sister, or I'm not gonna let you in the door. So she's on it, right? Now, 2 days later, what would you say, caller?
I said, no, I'm still listening.
Okay, listen, I need y'all to listen. This is important. 2 days later, 48 hours later, he's going back over there to go see his girlfriend. He asked me that I want to come along. I said, no, I'm going to go ahead and pass. There's another shorty that I met. I'm going to go ahead and see what's up with that. Because I felt because me and old girl, we hit it off, the attraction was mutual, I can double back to that later. So he took another one of my boys over there. What do you think happened?
Smash.
He smashed. So I get a call. Yeah, I get a call that evening from her. And she says, I got something to tell you. I want you to hear it from me first. So she tells me, yeah, your friend came over here with your other friend, and we had sex, but it was just sex. It didn't really mean anything to me. I really like you. I hope that doesn't, interfere with us getting to know each other. So I told that story to say this. When a woman is attracted to you, but she likes you a little too much, and she's thinking a little too far ahead about what the future could possibly be like with you and her, sometimes she'll stall you out for sex. But then she'll meet someone else and says, I'm horny, I just need to bust a nut, and she'll let that nigga bust a nut. Now, I was very fortunate where I saw it unfold in real time. Within 2 days of me meeting her and my partner meeting her, I didn't hit, he did. And what happens in real life, a lot of you guys, that's happening with you all the time. These chicks are stalling you out, but there's another guy that they fucking either the same day they meet you, the day before they met you, or the day after. Y'all just got to understand it go down like that. Y'all got it.
And I'll say to that, I say to that, then if that's the case, then she probably certain men, like Jay Roman was saying before, certain men in her past probably influenced her to think a certain way about sex. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's like, if that's the case, I'll still pass. I'll still pass because I'd rather you see me, like me, and want to fuck me all together. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Right. Because you ain't gonna get a pussy up to somebody else and then act like you like me that much.
Don't
Like,
save mine till later. I'll take it now.
Oh yeah, exactly. If you like me, then we fucking now. Like, stop that bullshit.
But imagine. Hold on, real quick. Imagine if I didn't know that. Imagine if I didn't know the homie hit, and I'm thinking, you know what? She just that type of girl where she don't want to fuck right away. That must be her thing. Imagine if I thought that. So again, I was privy to the fact that what happened because now I know that it don't go down like niggas think it go down. All right, caller, you got it.
Okay. No, I was just asking. So, I mean, what happened with that particular woman? Did you just charge her to the game after that?
No. I wasn't mad at her. She wasn't my girl, and I wasn't mad at my partner either. I just felt like, damn, if Shorty didn't call me, would you niggas had even told me that shit happened? You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have had me fucking with old girl, like you know what I'm saying? So I mean, and that's another thing. You got to think to yourself: how many women are actually going to call a dude they met 2 days ago and admit that they let they homie hit?
Right.
Most women they're never going to say that, right? So shout out to her for keeping it real because it gave me insight. And I was in my early 20s when this happened. So I had insight that most niggas wouldn't have had. But go ahead, Phil.
No, for me being a young man, I probably would have went over there and had my turn though. I probably would have went over there and had my turn. I ain't gonna lie. You know,
I was on that kind of time. I
would have took her necessarily, but I would have at least had my turn, like just to see. You know what I mean? Because especially since we were supposed to smash
the blue balls that she gave you.
Yeah, exactly. We were supposed to smash before, but let me see what this is about. But caller, did we answer your question? No, because we got another caller on here.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate it, gentlemen, as always. I'm going to jump back on in the chat. I appreciate the game.
Yeah, so the bottom line is, just focus on what you require of the woman, not what she requires. You get what I'm saying?
Got you.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man.
I'll let y'all later.
Appreciate the call. Yes, sir. All right, so we got 312. You're on live on the Manhood is a Skill Set Show with K Zag and J Roman and Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Hello.
Well, you got to speak up, fam.
You hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. What's up?
Yeah, I had a lot of thoughts, but I'm just gonna put a statement out. Like, I'm a firm believer in.
Hold on. Name, age, and city, brother.
Oh, Thomas, 44, Chi-Town.
All right, go ahead.
I say I'm a firm believer in if the woman is digging you and all this and that. You know what I'm saying? You may not be the best in bed. You could be a virgin on a certain level, but you could feel like you're a porn star at the end of the day. But it's like women throw sex out there, and everybody's a natural man and woman, but it's like to the point, like, and I'm talking to like a prostitute or whatever. It's like, I'm from a school of, the lady in the street, a freak in the bread type thing. It's like, there's no, I guess there's no sacredness to it no more, whatever. It just is out there, whatever the case may be. I'm done, though.
What's the question?
I didn't have a question. That's what I was saying my statement. Do you agree with basically that how you carry yourself influence your bedroom, even though your bedroom may not be the best per se, it's just you per se that this woman just ties herself versus to a person that she really not digging, and she turning you into a porn star. But the person she digging, he don't really have to be the porn star because his swag, you know what I'm saying, is, I guess, compensating. Or do you get what I'm saying?
Zach, you on mute, bro.
I hear what you're saying.
I don't.
But
and I hear it, but I don't get what.
I hear what you're saying. My thing is this: when it comes to influence, and I'm, you're going to influence your woman no matter what, and I don't think guys really understand that. So why not take the leadership role if you're doing it? Because she's going to feed off of you in all instances, even if you're weak at the house. That influence of being weak is because, to me, women are survivors. They pick whoever they feel like is going to match them, whoever they feel like they can roll with, and that's what they're going to do. Now, in more recent times, with careers and things like that, they just switch the person.
Hold on.
Okay. So
other dude
influence. Oh, he hung up, but okay. But influence is influence.
Right.
Your job as a man and to be masculine and to be a leader is to have that influence her.
Right.
Now, with that being said, they've been influenced already by society. We already know about society. We already know about their past and things like that. But if you cannot erase that influence and put your influence down as her baseline, then you're not the leader for her.
Exactly.
Well,
right.
let me say that real quick. Okay, go ahead.
773. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead, Zach.
Real quick. I want to make sure that I'm honest about shit. The story I told you, me and old girl never smashed. I can't tell you exactly what happened. It just never happened. I just want to make sure I don't want niggas be thinking, well, maybe it never happened. All right, go.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, 773. Go ahead.
Hey, it's Mike. I'm from Chicago too. I I have a
How old? How
question.
old, sir? How old?
I'm 50.
50. All right, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, he sounded old enough.
Okay.
Man. I'll just let you know, Miles. But...
Sound young. I know. Everybody says that. I see y'all all the time. I watch your show all the time.
All right, thank you. Thank you for watching the show.
Especially Miles. Miles, you K Zagging, shout out to y'all.
All right.
I went to a New Year's Eve party in Chicago. They had it's a dressed up event, you know. So I was with my guy over there, was kicking it, and he wanted to holler at this one girl. So of course I was supposed to set up like a wingman to holler at her friend. So her friend put her phone number in my phone. We text later and everything. So I'm like, so she hit me with a question like, it was like the Monday, the next day, she like, you know, she sent me a picture. Then she started saying like, oh, what do you do for work? And I said, man, that's too early to get in to ask that question and everything. It's too early. So the conversation was dead because she had nothing to ask me. So the next day I'm at work. She sent me all the pictures of herself and everything. So I just came out and said, look, this is what I want. I came straight out, no sugarcoat. So this is what I'm like. One sexual encounters and everything, told her straight up. She said, I'll bring that. What do you bring? I said, I bring the same.
Mm-hmm.
So she kept kind of moving around. So I had to come down like, look, if this was some pay to play type shit, hey, we can cut. I ain't going. We can cut. You can say, hey, cut our way. You go your way. Go. Well, she's talking about, I don't want nobody fucking on me and I ain't getting nothing out. Hey, sign you that fool, but I ain't him.
Right.
Was I wrong for saying that?
No, was it the truth?
Yeah, it was the truth.
Okay, so what's the problem then, nigga? You 50 years old. You tell us.
Okay, my bad. I'm just saying because you got some people in there like, well, you should pay for it. I'm like, no, hell no, I'm not paying for that.
Who said you should pay for it?
Oh hell no.
Huh?
Oh hell no. Let me say.
I ain't never said no pay to play.
Speaking of paying for it, shout out to Tony Prayer Manson with the $2. Donate to the game. We're building your channel. Thank you, brother. So caller, I'm glad you told that story because I want guys to understand something. See, what she did was she gave you the misleading impression that she was attracted to you sexually, and then what she did to kind of wet your beak a little bit was she started sending you pictures, right? And the reason why she did that is because it works for other guys that got tender dicks that are easily swayed by sex. It worked for them. I mean, it worked for other men in the past where she was able to do that and get what she wanted. So what she was doing was soliciting you. You know what I'm saying? And in a very crafty, deceitful way, basically she was basically
Just
paid
trying
for
to groom you.
Yeah.
Now she'll send me the pictures. She said, "We think my pictures." I said, "They okay?" You bogus. Why you say? I said, "They okay."
What kind of pictures did she send you? Were they naked pictures, nudes, titty pictures? Like what did she send you?
These are regular pictures, provocative pictures. You dress like that, and then most of them all have in common where she have something provocative on, showing her booty and her cleavage. I said, "They all right."
Booty and cleavage.
Okay.
What kind of stuff was she wearing? Was she wearing jeans or lingerie? What was she wearing?
Matter of fact, you should send them to my email right now so I can look at it and judge.
What kind of stuff? What kind of stuff was she wearing, caller?
It was kind of like stuff like a dress was showing the cleavage, and then she wore something that's kind of revealing.
Something like Instagram type stuff.
No, what I need to understand is what was the nature of the photos? Because if the nature of the photos was actually sexual, or did she just look sexy in the pictures? That's what I'm trying to figure out, bro.
She looks sexy in the picture now.
Exactly. So that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. She was. This is why I don't, guys. This is why I gotta stay focused, girl. You know what I'm saying? This is why I gotta stay focused because unless the only way that I would assume something sexual is if she actually sent me something nude or sent me a picture of her vagina or sent me a video of herself playing with herself, calling out my name or some shit like that. You understand? A woman sending you some regular ass pictures that she would send to her fucking mother.
These ain't.
That's what I'm trying to say. She wasn't doing nothing crazy, bro. She wasn't doing nothing crazy. It wasn't doing anything
like
crazy.
Borderline.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So you had the right response for it. You was like, okay, they look cool.
Right.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay,
they look cool, but
hold on, real quick. Phoenix Miles 777. I appreciate it. That's an odd number, fam. I appreciate the game. But thank you anyway, fam. Appreciate you.
Yeah, my next text would have been, you like my pictures? Like, yeah, they cool. I like the way you responded. They cool. Not good, not bad. Just all right. And then, do you know how to cook? Like, did you take it out of the sexual zone? Like, hey, I'm looking for more than just something that looks good. Like, to be next to me, I need somebody that's a little more complete. So, what's how to cook and things like that. And then when she said what you bring to the table, like, to me, that question, I ain't got time to answer that question. Like, you said the same. I'm not qualifying for you. Like,
I'm taking some professional lingerie pictures, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Okay, and she got kind of like little. Yeah, what's up?
You say you looking for a manager? Did you ask her that?
Nah.
Oh, he ain't answer
okay.
I really respond. Then I said, what you looking for? What you looking for?
No, nigga, no.
See, there you go.
Let me talk to him. Let me talk to him.
I knew there was more.
This, and I've been peeping what you've been saying the whole time. Here was your biggest mistake. You allowed what she was doing to influence how you were going to come at her instead of coming at her the way you wanted to come at her.
Okay.
I'll say this.
All right, I got you.
Again, shout out to Lucario. He said this past week. He said, a woman can do whatever she want to do, and that's cool. But it only counts if you told her to do it. You understand? So the fact that she's sent you chilling at work, minding your own fucking business, and she's sending you pictures and all this, that already lets me know that she has her own agenda. You understand? That's a red fucking flag right there. You get what?
Yes, red flag.
That's a red flag. You sending me pictures I ain't asked for? Like, what are we talking about? What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? If I wanted pictures from you, I'd ask you. What I'm interested in is probably for us to meet each other for a drink so we could actually check the vibe in person. I don't need these pictures. I don't need these pictures. If you want to impress me, show up where I tell you to show up at the time that I told you, at the place that I told you, and dress as sexy as you dress in these fucking pictures. Don't send me no pictures. Dress sexy and show up in front of me after I tell you to do it. But see, again, y'all dudes, y'all playing life on you ever been in an arcade and before you actually put the quarter in, the game is doing a demo? Like you see Ken and Ryu fighting and shit. And then you know what? And you remember when you was young and you ain't had no fucking money for the machine, so you would act like you was playing. But Ken and Ryu was just a fucking demo. That's how y'all niggas is living life with these bitches. You're not putting a quarter in the game and selecting your player and doing what the fuck you supposed to do. You letting the game demo and you standing there doing the motion of the Hadouken thing, and because you've been watching the fucking demo the whole time, so you know exactly when Ken does the Hadouken, right? So then you act like you doing it too, so you could act like you playing the game because you too scared to put your fucking quarter in and actually tell the game what to do. You understand? That's why these women just do shit out of the blue and surprise you because you're not fucking giving them no instruction, bro. You a 50-year-old man. You meet that woman, you be like, hey, this vibe was good. Listen, what you doing Thursday? Oh, well, yeah, I'm free Thursday. All right, listen, meet me at this spot at this time. And you know, matter of fact, what you have on now is kind of nice, but just give me something a little bit more provocative when I see you on Thursday. All right, and make sure you put some heels with it too. All right, Daddy, I'll see you on Thursday. I'm looking forward to it. That's what you need to be doing, bro. Not sitting there asking yourself questions after she did something unprovoked.
And then you got a battery in your back because she sent you the pictures, and that prompted you to say shit. So, and to Miles' point, this is what's happening, caller, and for anyone listening.
Okay.
If you don't dictate to the woman, you're going to be dictated to. Okay, meaning what she did was she tried to insert her agenda in the equation because you didn't lead and basically because if you would have let her know out the gate, this is what I'm trying to do, you would have actually found out before all of that other shit happened that this chick wasn't really bad about it. You would have knew, and you would have saved yourself some time. You would have saved yourself all that guesswork of trying to figure out what time she on, because this is what you do. You let her know what you're trying to do so she knows what time you're on. And here's the thing, I need you guys to understand something. When you're very transparent, very direct, and very assertive with women, they have no choice but to reveal themselves to you. They're going to reveal to you whether or not they about what you about or if they're not about it real quick. But if you wait too long and you let the woman kind of lead and dictate the flow and pace of the situation, you're going to falsely believe that she wants something that's in line with what you want, but all she's doing is giving you the misleading impression that you can get what you want. But what she gonna do, which is what she did, she sent you the pictures to entice you, thinking that if I entice him enough, making him believe he can get some ass out of it, now what I'm gonna do is put my foot on him and apply pressure and get him to do what I really want him to do. And just maybe, I might give him some pity pussy if I can get compensated for my time the way I want to get compensated for it.
Now, caller, at the end of all that, you said you told her, nah, I ain't the one, right?
Right.
Okay. So ultimately, at the end, you kind of seen that something
wasn't
something wasn't right, and you know this ain't my lane. I'm gonna be in today.
Right.
Right. Okay. So now that's great, and so this is the advanced level of what they're talking about. Right. One of the best things we could do is recognize, hey, this ain't our lane. Like you ain't gonna be the one that that's vibing with me. But now what they're saying is that there's different ways or things that possibly you could have did and taking control of the situation. Now the interaction might still be the same, but you wouldn't have that question that you had was, did I do all right or did I do the right thing?
Okay,
because you would have known, like, yo, this is
with my agenda, my plan for getting it, we could have saved a lot of time.
Caller.
Well, your plan wasn't made yet. You let her make your plan.
Caller, listen.
That's the difference of what we're saying.
Okay.
Caller, listen. Whether we're trying to go out on a date or we're trying to create the next generation, whose information is primary?
Mine.
The man's, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so here's what you need to do. A matter of fact, let's rewind and let me ask you, what plan did you have? Or what, for any woman that you meet, what plan do you have, sir?
I said I will figure out if I want to smash or make something.
No. All right, Miles. If I say Miles, what plan do you have for any woman that you meet? For any woman that I meet, I would like to meet her on an evening, anytime after 7:30 for a drink. We will meet, have a drink, have a conversation, and check the vibe. If the vibe is good, I'll offer her to come back to my place that evening. If it's not convenient, I'll set up the second date if it makes sense, and I'll let her also know that on the second date we will be getting intimate and or physical. You understand? That is the protocol for Miles Cunningham with any woman that he meets that he finds attractive. Okay. Now, caller, what is your protocol for any woman that you meet?
Set the time, my place. I mean, my location. I want at the specific time. Tell her instruct her what she needs to do. After we have talks and feel right, if things go well, either we go back to my place or we set up at a later time to hook up.
Okay. That's where you need to be at, bro. You a 50-year-old OG nigga in the game. We ain't got time to be pussyfooting and stuttering, my nigga. Because, I'm 42 years old. I'm about to be 43 this year. And I already feel like my time is running out, okay? I don't have no fucking time to be playing games with these chicks. Bro, I had a chick hit me up the other day. We had a date set up. Bitch called me talking about, did I get a missed call from you? And I said, no, there's no way you could have got a missed call from me. I did not call you. She was like, oh, I thought I had a missed call from you. So anyway, what you up to? What you doing today? And I said, listen, I would rather discuss everything on the date. I look forward to seeing you. I'll talk to you at another time. And she's like, ooh, it's like that. And then when we got off the phone, I texted her and I said, listen, I'm going to go ahead and cancel altogether. Good luck to you. And the reason why I did that is because she's trying to speak to me. I already set up the date. I said, I look forward to seeing you on the date.
That is
Her response just turned you off.
that is
Yeah, I
locked
understand.
in. Like when I say something, it's real, bro. When I tell a woman, I look forward to seeing you, because if I wanted to talk to her before the date, I would have said, I look forward to speaking with you on Tuesday at a certain time, and then we could see each other on the date. You get what I'm saying? That's not what I said. I said, I look forward to seeing you on the date. And then she talking about, oh, I thought I had a missed call. Well, anyway, what are you doing? Bro, I took that as the ultimate fucking disrespect, because number one, you're not supposed to be calling me. Because if you had the right to fucking call me, you wouldn't be lying about the fact that you thought you had a missed call from me. Okay? That's number one. Number two, I see you trying to manipulate with the whole missed call shit. And now that we're on the phone with each other, now you're trying to change the subject, talking about, hey, so anyway, what are you up to? What's going on? That's not how it works.
Pause right there, Miles.
It's like she's trying to derail you.
Just pause right there. The only reason Miles can be that way is because he has the standards and consistency to be that way.
Okay.
Because his program runs the whole program. Because most guys would have took that moment and be like, "Yeah, what's up? I ain't doing nothing. What you doing, girl? You want to talk to me?
That's exactly what they would have done.
You want to hear from me? How you doing today? You know, oh, you looking forward to the man? Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing. You know, you look good. You know, I want to see you. You know, and so they go on to that, and they're just happy that she called. Oh, she called.
You're right. You know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. You right. You on the money on that one. Yeah. We'll take it as a chance. Like, it's my chance to get at her.
Well, also, caller, on a deeper note, is you don't let the woman control the way you guys are going to communicate. You don't let her control that, because oftentimes what would happen is if you're going to give her unbridled access to you over the phone, then she has no incentive to see you in person. Right. So if a woman wants to get to know you, you can get to know me face to face. You ain't gonna get to know me over no fucking text. Okay, and it's not to say that later on you guys can't be on the phone texting, but if you're setting up a first date, I'll see you on a date.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, because you know what it is, caller. You know what women love to do in certain them type of certain situations? They love to fucking try to guilt trip you and be like, well, I don't know you, and I don't know if you a serial killer, and blah, blah, blah. And check this out. Bitch, I don't know if you a fucking serial killer.
You know what? I have somebody do that to me. Like,
didn't Cardi B date these niggas and drug these niggas and rob these niggas? Huh?
Yeah.
And I'm sending you an invitation to a public fucking place. Let me tell you, when I set up a date, I send bitches the fucking Google link location so they can check out the place themselves. They can even call the fucking manager and ask about the place if they want to, because they have all the information of the place that I'm meeting them at. I don't ever try to tell a bitch I don't know to come to my crib right away, and I don't ever want to go to any location she gives me right away. That's my fucking protocol. Exactly. You understand? So you want to try to guilt trip me to well, I need to get to know you and I'm not sure because blah, blah. Listen, bitch, I'm not sure, but I'm confident enough to take out some of my time and energy to come and meet you. So I need to know that you have that same fucking interest. And if you don't, then you're not my type of woman. But see, if you don't have a protocol, you're macking on fucking accident with these hoes. And that's why these chicks these chicks are manipulating from the very fucking beginning. Like, let me tell you something. In almost every interaction with a female, especially, there is a moment. There is a particular fucking moment where the power is either going to be bestowed in your hands or in hers. And so many times, niggas stare the fucking devil in the face and they blink. Because when that chick called me the other day talking about, oh, I thought I had a missed call from you, I was staring the devil in the face. And I did not blink. I said, devil, get thee behind me. I'm going to have to cancel this date altogether because you're the devil. I only fuck chicks that are sent from God because I'm the closest thing to God. So therefore, she's already submitting. She's putting the power in my hands. So when I say I will see you on the date, she knows that is when I'm going to speak to her. She knows it because God told her. God meaning me.
So caller, I'm gonna connect some dots for you real quick. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. She tried to guilt you. She tried to guilt you too. She tried to say, I ain't gonna have nobody humping on me for free or for nothing or whatever. That was the guilt statement. And it's kind of funny that the playbook is the same, right? You got to recognize that their playbook is the same. The playbook is the same, but the winners' playbooks are the same too.
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, you on the right path, but at the same time, you just got to twerk it a little bit to understand that. And really,
better.
And really, I'm a, what did Biggie say? He's the president, but he's also the student.
He's also a client.
Also a client, right?
Right.
So, that's how I feel like the game myself. Like I will never be finished with it. I will never meet grandmaster stage. Right. I can only improve and improve over time, and I learn from everybody. I'm a learner. I learn from everybody. I like the way he said that. I can't say it like he said it, but I understand the essence of why he said it. So I'm not gonna go verbiage.
When I saw, she was like, okay, my friend was trying to holler at her friend, so I'm kind of like, okay, like a wingman just to get this girl, and so she put her number in my phone, and
she seen Sucker
downtown.
She seen Sucker. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. She seen Sucker. She seen your boy trying to put you on her, and that's not a manly move. It'd be different. You say, "Hey, meet my friend," and you look at her and be like, But like, oh, okay, here, take my number, and whoop whoop, and oh, okay, he's a sucker. Well, why his boy got to put him on? Why can't he come speak to me individually? Like it's just little things. And the way you move. Have you ever had a woman say, "Oh, I knew I couldn't do that with you"?
But see, but caller, here's the thing. And I did a video. You should check it out. I was talking about the perception of inexperience is why you struggle. So what I mean by that is, if you're dealing with a woman, because women are more astutely aware and have more astute observation than men do in many cases, right? Now, when you gamed up, then it don't matter. But most guys ain't gamed up. So when a woman is talking to you, she's studying you, right? She's paying attention to what you say, how you say it, your temperament, and just how you act overall. So a lot of times,
I'm sorry, Zach. 609 is not letting me merge, but call back as soon as you're done with this caller. Sorry. Go ahead, Jack.
My bad. So a lot of times, what women are surmising in that moment is, I think this is a guy I can game. I think this is a guy I can get over on. And whether they're wrong or right about that perception, it's that perception that makes them even try it. Now, here's the thing. See, she was already coming with the deceit when she asked you about the pictures. Okay, the reason why she asked you what you thought about the pictures, because she wanted you to be, girl, this beautiful girl, you sexy. She wanted you to really, really be like that. Because the more you were into the pictures, the more she felt like she's in control. Right. So the more you like her, the more she felt like she could control you with the possibility of sex, and then she can get something up out of you.
Right. But caller, did we answer your question, brother?
Yes, sir. Thank you. I thank y'all three of y'all.
Okay, you welcome, bro. We appreciate you for calling, man. And like I said, man, you a OG, man. You ain't got time for the games. Let the woman know what you want. Let the woman know what you want, because at this point, if they're not at this point, a bitch got to at least respect the elders. You feel me? so she got to know what you want. She got to understand what the fuck a nigga want and be willing to give it to you or get the fuck to stepping, because we ain't got time for the bullshit.
Get with it or get the clear away from it.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell all these OGs out here.
Exactly, because if a bitch can't listen, then she can't benefit from the AARP membership. You feel me?
Hey, I'm gonna tell all you OGs out here. I'm gonna tell all you OGs out here. If you pop that Viagra pill that take 30 minutes to work, and you ain't fucking within 30 minutes, you know your game is off. You might want to call somebody. You might want to get on one of these memberships and refresh your game. Okay, I just want to let y'all know that, right? Some of y'all done popped the pill. It ain't fucked. Okay, so you might want to go ahead and refresh your memberships. And get on somebody's game, man. Refresh it. We know you used to have game back in the day. Just get a little refresh.
Exactly.
This world is brutal. It didn't tarnish just a little bit.
You come to the right place to get refreshed, though. You come to the right place for that.
Yeah, get refreshed a little bit.
Appreciate you, caller. Take it easy, brother.
All right.
Yeah, bitch. If you wanna take advantage of that early bird special with me, you better act right. Yeah, feel me.
There you go. There you go. We can be at Denny's if you act right. Goddamn.
We can be at Denny's if you act right, bitch.
LeBron with the 20. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, LeBron with the 20. Shout out to LeBron. For real. All right, so we got 609. 609, you are on live with the Manhood. On the Manhood is a skill set show with K-Zag, J. Roman, and Miles. Name, age, city. What's up?
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Rudy, 22.
All right, Rudy, 22. What's going on
From
with you?
Jersey.
All right,
yeah,
Jersey.
from Jersey. Yo, I just want to start off by saying, yo, love the game that y'all spitting, man. Love the consistency of what y'all of the work that y'all do, man.
Yes,
love the work.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, I have just like one question, right? It's one thing that I've been like struggling with lately. So it's like when you're out here like setting up, dates with women, right? Does it matter how you set up the date? Like for example, what I mean by that is let me tell you what I mean by that is when you walk up to a girl and you say, "Hey, what's up? How you doing today? My name is such and such. What's your name? The reason I came over is because I thought you was attractive, and I think me and you should definitely meet up for a drink sometime this week."
Mm-hmm.
Versus you go up and you say, "Hey, how you doing? Yo, I must say I love how sexy you look in that dress. You should definitely wear it when me and you go out this week."
Mm-hmm. I mean,
So, like, that's what I'm asking.
either one is good.
Yeah. So this is what I would say to you. And I
don't
want you
really
guys
give a compliment on the first interaction, but
Well, let me say this. This is the thing. Make sure that whatever you're saying, that is within your wheelhouse. That is actually part of your personality, and it's not forced. And you didn't hear, something online, and you're trying to integrate that into your situation, but it really ain't you, and you're just saying it because you think it sounds cool. Now, this is what I would tell you. Regardless of what you say or how you present it, you do want to have a plan. Okay, period. You do want to have a plan, and you do want to let the woman know why you're speaking to her, why you're in her face talking to her. So if you do have a plan of meeting up, grabbing a drink, or whatever it is you're doing on a date, you do want to let her know that and establish that so you can get her to respond to that. The problem with a lot of guys, they say a lot of bullshit, and they try to exchange contact information, but they never even establish whether or not the woman actually wants to deal with them past that interaction. So at least establish that.
Right. Okay. That's all I wanted to know. That's all I wanted to know, guys. Thanks for the advice.
I mean, what is your plan for these women that you're meeting?
Like, to keep it a being with you, it's like I wouldn't even want to meet her for a drink. Cause like I like going to the waterfront all the time, but I want to tell bitches to meet me there.
You like going to the waterfront in your city?
Yeah. Yeah, but I live in like Jersey, so
you live in Jersey, so you like going to the waterfront, even when it's cold like this.
Yeah. No, I usually just be in the whip and just chilling while I'm at the waterfront, and I just like doing that all the time.
Okay, all right. So here's what you do. You bring anything with you, like any snacks, any drinks, or
yeah, of course.
Okay.
Like
So listen, brother. Listen. That's what you do. Just like how you just told us, man. I like going to the waterfront. That's what you do. You understand? You say to the woman, you don't give her a compliment like that or how sexy she is and all that shit. You say, I could see you at the waterfront. You understand? Because I love going to the waterfront and checking out the scenery, and you would be a great compliment to that scenery. I would love to invite you out to the waterfront this weekend. Are you available? What are you doing this weekend? We could probably check out the sunset, some shit like that, and chop it up and see what the vibe is like. Do you understand? Because that's what you like to do. And trust me, when you say that, just like how you said it to us, it'll come off very authentic because it's actually what you like to do. You talking all that, yo, you looking kind of sexy in that thing when you do it. It sounds like you fucking watch some old pimp movie and you trying to recreate the lines. You sound fake. You sound like you putting on. You understand? But just now when you tell us, I'm going to keep it a bean. Like literally, you could go up to a chick and say the same shit. You could be like, yo, shorty, I'm going to keep it a bean. I want to invite you out to the waterfront because I love going out there. It's just beautiful. I just chill in the whip. I bring some snacks and shit. You want to roll? Like, you say some shit like that, and I'm telling you, brother, as simple as it sounds, because to you, let me tell you something. The problem with the value that a lot of men don't see in themselves is that you don't see the value in the things that you already do for yourself. So when you try to present that to a female, you're a shit. Like, you're thinking to yourself, there's no way she could possibly want to hang out with me at the waterfront like how I like to do all the time. But that's what I'm trying to explain to you. That is the beauty of you. And if you want that woman to get to know you, invite her to something that you usually do and celebrate that. Be like, yo, I love to go to the waterfront and I think it's beautiful out there. You should come with me. We could chop it up, get to know each other, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? I'll bring some snacks and I'll bring some. Matter of fact, you bring the water, I'll bring the snacks, and then we can just chill at the waterfront.
Yeah.
There you go. And caller, to Miles's point, celebrate that. Honor yourself. A lot of men, you don't honor yourself.
Facts.
So, caller, compatibility means existing in harmony without conflict. So when you introduce women to who you are and you basically set up a date doing things that you like to do, you want to see if a woman is compatible with who you are. Stop trying to be something to see if you're compatible with her. Fuck her. With all due respect, ladies. Fuck her. Don't be worried about what she likes or what she's into. Introduce her to what you're into. And the women that are actually intrigued by that and they look forward to meeting you, that's the bitch you need to be fucking with.
Facts.
Man, it's kind of funny. If it's this show's title, exactly. You switched up. You switched up for her before you even said hello.
Exactly.
Instead of being real about what you want or what you like to do. You know. Now, I would caution you. This is my only caution. You start looking at some sunrises and some sunsets and some water scenes and stuff like that with a beautiful little setting, cutting up some salami and cheese as your little snack and stuff, and talking about future things. You know, it's gonna tend to move to more of like, this dude wants a girlfriend and not somebody. You know what I'm saying? Things like, no, I'm just letting you know, man. Like, you know, we got to be cautious about this thing. Zag always talks about it, and he's dead right. That's something I used to do back in the day. I enjoyed certain things, but when you invite somebody to those things and you start to express why you like it, how much you like it, to them, you're expressing something inner to them, you know, and it makes it, that moment seem special, you know what I'm saying, for them. So you got to watch out on the boyfriend vibe that you kicking out,
right?
You know,
right.
at these romantic sceneries and stuff.
But again, see, this is why you gotta, as soon as you catch the vibe that they physically interested, you gotta escalate that. You got to escalate that and then translate that back to the crib, or the next time we see each other is at the crib so we can smash. You get what I'm saying?
My bad. I'm warning you about level 4 and stuff. Level 3. We was just on level 1.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Now, if you go to the waterfront with one of these chicks and you see the vibe ain't there, don't waste no time. Don't get locked in. Don't get locked in because you're trying to be polite. Be like, hey, I don't really feel a vibe. I'm a head out. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's only been 15, 20 minutes. But hey, I don't see the vibe. This really ain't really working. I'm a head out. But glad you came out today. It was nice meeting you, and keep it moving. You get what I'm saying? Don't feel pressured into locking yourself in a platonic situation. You understand? But the bottom line is what I'm saying is, do the things that you like to do, bro, because that's what's gonna make you authentic.
Right.
Exactly. Because you always want a woman, if a woman is going to quote unquote fall for you, you want her to fall for the real you, because the real you is not a facade. The real you isn't a lie that you got to keep up. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys, what they do is they end up doing shit at the behest of the woman. They do the shit they think that they got to do for her to get what they want, which in most cases is the sex. Well, what ends up happening is, if you continue to do things at the behest of the woman, over time, you're going to come to the realization that you don't really like doing that shit. And you can already hit it 3, 4, 5 times. So now you feel like falling back from that shit because it ain't really you. Carl, I can't tell you how many people I've dealt with as far as clients. I mean, I'm dealing with this chick. I started off doing XYZ. I want to know, is there any way I can pull back and not do that shit no more, but still have access to hit it? And I'm like, no. Because the moment you take all that fly shit away you was doing, you changing the whole dynamic of the whole equation with the woman. She ain't gonna let you fuck no more. So it's better that you come out the gate just being who you are, and then let her fall for that.
Right.
I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna be like Zach, tell y'all a quick little something. I like rooftops. I like going to the rooftop, getting on top of the roof. When I was younger, I used to climb on the top of the roof, climb out my window. It didn't matter how big, how tall. I was gonna find a way to get to the roof and just lay there. I used to love just laying on the roof, looking at the city or looking at the neighborhood or whatever. That's something I like to do.
On the roof.
Yeah. So
this whole world starts getting me down.
Me and this girl was hanging out and seeing each other and stuff like that. And she started saying, what are you gonna do? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I said, I gotta do something real quick. I'll call you back. I gotta do something real quick. I'll call you back. And so one day she was just like, man, like, where do you do? Where do you? I said, I like to sit on top of my roof. I like to do that. And for the longest she wanted to interrupt that and do it with me, but it's something I like to do by myself. Is just hang there and think. Right. So I'm only telling you that is don't ruin your spot.
Right.
It is a nice spot. It's something that you connect to, that you like to do. It may not be something you take everybody to.
Facts.
Don't ruin your spot.
Yeah, that's
now
that's good. That's good shit.
If it's not that big deal to you, but you just like to do it and you don't mind somebody come, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes we got our things, and it's you can't interrupt that. And that's part of just how it goes. So
that's facts. So real quick, Unique with the 50, he says, I agree with all of you on the panel. Many guys conform to what the woman wants to do on a date. Men, stop doing that shit ASAP. Not now, but right now. She should be coming to you and do what you like to do. Those guys compromise themselves when really they are damaging themselves. Make it about you. Yes, because you're compromising, in my opinion, you're compromising your integrity, you're compromising your honor, and you're compromising your dignity. Okay, that's how I feel about it. And I can't do that for no pussy. Or for a woman, period, but definitely not for no sex.
Now, caller, do you find that going to the waterfront is something that's private for you for your own solitude, or is this something that you do with chicks from time to time?
It's something I do with chicks from time to time. But if I'm being honest, the majority of the time is like what you guys say. I don't be like expressing that or take bitches to the waterfront. It's like basically I'm the topic of the video. I be switching up sometimes. Like sometimes I'll take a girl out to the waterfront. Sometimes I'll just fuck her on the first link.
Right.
And not even take her to the waterfront.
Okay. Well,
which ones do you take to the waterfront?
What?
Which ones do you take to the waterfront? The one that looks really good, the one that you're trying to, build a relationship with, or
it's mainly the ones that I be out during the day type shit. And it's like usually the ones that I just fuck is if I like meet her at a party or a club or some shit like that. And I just say, I just talk to her for like 5 to 7 minutes. I already feel the vibe out, so ain't no reason to go on a date. I already see she's down to fuck, so fuck it, let's make it happen now.
So is the waterfront part of your game? Is that part of something that you feel like, when I take them out here, it's about, it ain't too long before I get it.
I mean, it ain't really part of my game. It's just something that I like doing anyway. So it's like, sometimes I look at it like, if I invite her out here, and it's like she doesn't want to do anything, then it's like I like coming out here anyway, because it's like I feel like I'm gonna get shit done anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, caller, I would recommend if you're gonna start utilizing the waterfront to have women meet you there, make sure they meet you there in their car. Don't pick them up.
Exactly. So if the vibe ain't right, then you could just go back to your car or tell her to get the fuck out of your car, and then you can continue to chill and vibe at the waterfront.
Yeah, because that's what I really want to do. But lately, I stopped expressing that because it's like stop expressing that lately. Because lately it's like I'm just trying to fuck the bitch. I'm not really trying to date right now.
But caller, but see, here's the thing with all you guys. Y'all have to already stop trying to base what you want on the individual woman. Okay, just have a plan for all these females. Like, this is what I want. Like, I use myself as an example, and I know Miles is the same thing. Every woman is starting off as a fuck buddy. I don't give a fuck if she's a fucking the daughter to the Pope. I don't care who she is. Every woman is starting off in the fuck buddy role.
Right.
If that's a problem for her, I ain't fucking with her. It's that simple. But the problem is, you guys, y'all be so desperate now, caller. I'm not saying that this is you, but if it's you, nigga, then it's you. Y'all be so desperate to fuck these chicks that you're willing to make concessions and accommodations for certain women, especially if the woman is beautiful and all that, just to make sure you still got an opportunity to have the woman in your life. Bro, I don't care enough about these bitches to do that. Okay, I really don't. Okay, it doesn't mean that I can't care later. I don't care in the beginning.
Zach, it's him. He's 22. It's him. Like let's be honest. It's him. And because you're all over the map. The longer we talk to you, it's like you're all over the map now. And that's one of the first signs that we notice when people don't really have their own masculine identity. You're all over the map right now. You're 22. We understand that. You don't, but I would precaution you right now to start thinking things a little deeper, because right now it seems like it's all about the women, no matter how. Like this might be your smooth technique, or this sort of advice might help with your game for women. But if you really think about it, this show really, we may mention women and talk about women and give advice about the things that people are doing. But at the same time, it's really for you and your masculine identity. So with that being said, once you get that under check, these issues right now we talking about won't be an issue for you, man.
Hey, caller, do you fuck in your car?
Yeah.
Okay, you got tents?
I don't really got tents, but it's like you can't really see inside my car.
Okay, well, all I'm saying is that the shore, the waterfront might, you could, since you already fucking your car, then the waterfront just might be the place. You feel me? Like, because you a young nigga, you really want to fuck as soon as you meet anyway. So meet me at the waterfront and be like, hey, we're gonna have a picnic in the back seat, and then the next thing you know. Okay, one thing I'll say to you is don't bring any flaming hot Cheetos and then try to finger pot the bitch. Don't do that.
Caller. So this is what I would do if I were you. You need to have a smash kit. Get yourself some Febreze or something like that. Get you a blanket, a pillow, and some wet wipes.
Some wet wipes. That's what I was gonna say.
And a towel.
Some Febreze and a towel. And a blanket and a pillow, right? But when Miles asked you, when Miles asked you, did you fuck in your car? You were like, yeah. You should have been like, hell yeah. Nigga, say it proud. Say it with your chest. Yeah, y'all be laying things out in the back seat.
That's what I'm saying. Niggas is ashamed, though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Dudes be ashamed that they hold steez. And it's like, how you expect a woman to want to roll with you if you ashamed, my nigga? Like, stop. Like shout out to 50.
I would be surprised.
In Mr. 1950, he said he'd keep a fucking pillow in the backseat.
There you go.
Yeah, y'all be surprised how roomy in the inside of Geostorm is.
Hey, bro. And it don't matter the woman's age. I don't care if she's in her 20s, 30s, or 40s. They all in a car.
No, J. Roman. You ain't never been a little nigga. So you telling me a Geostorm could fit you?
Oh, bro, you be surprised how Geostorm, how roomy it is in the inside. It ain't, man, as soon as you lay all them chairs back, it is roomy. I am telling you.
This nigga ass on the window, pressed up against the window and shit.
Nah, man, you be surprised. I was shocked. Like, this thing is comfortable in here.
This thing is comfy. Oh shit.
the multiple positions you afflict.
All right, on that Biggie shit. All right.
Nah. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Miles, you right there. I was ashamed a little bit that I fuck in my car, because sometimes I be thinking I'm at the probably want to do that.
Bro, no.
I just said it don't matter if a woman is in her 20s, 30s, or 40s. They all fucking in a car at some point.
Bro, do you know some of the places I've fucked? You know, bro, I've fucked in an abandoned building under construction on a piece of fucking cardboard on my lunch hour. I fucked in a hospital bathroom. I fucked in a Mexican spot bathroom. I fucked on the side of the street with people walking past.
Bro,
what are we talking about?
Okay, caller. Since we're talking about that, I fucked in a mall bathroom more than once. Caller, when you leave the movie theater and you exit, I fucked right there in that exit. You know what I'm saying? Right there in front of the fucking building. Like,
open the door, back the car into the parking space, and open the door and fuck in the parking deck. What are we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, son.
Yeah, in the cinema, out the cinema.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Parking
Call
garages,
interested in you. When a woman is
apartment
interested,
stairs.
yeah. When a woman is interested in you, bro, there's no time to be ashamed because she's already pulling your fucking pants off. What are we talking about?
Oh, I'll tell you this. Caller. Any woman that wants to fuck with me past just sex, we fucking in public. If she ain't down to fucking public, I can't take her seriously. Okay, we fucking in public. Cause that's my thing. I usually introduce that early on because I want to see how submissive she is sexually to do the shit I want to do when I want to do it.
Bro, you ever been fucking and you ain't noticed a crowd forming, a fucking audience forming?
Yes.
You
And
ever
I
been,
know, bro.
and you like, oh shit, and then your girl finally get self-conscious and then you gotta move it inside or some shit.
Bro, I was doing that, bro. Outside of the movie theater, I had a chick up against the wall. And there were people forming. They were stopping their cars. And so here I am, bro. You know, looking out for her. And I'm like, hey man, people come in. Let me go ahead and let you off this wall. She was like, no, don't stop. I don't give a fuck if they're watching. And I'm like, you freaky bitch. That's what I like. Kept on going, dog.
Ashamed of what? Ashamed of what? Ashamed of what, nigga? What the fuck? Hey,
dick is a gift.
What are we talking about? Ashamed of what?
Oh shit.
Bro, what you know about at the fucking resort with fucking kids playing 10 feet away? My bitch is orgasming in the fucking pool. Are you kidding me? Stop. Yo, don't play with me, bro. Stop being ashamed. Stop listening to all these fucking narratives. Women love to fuck us. We are the closest thing to God.
They have their moments. They like that moment too.
Bro, let me tell you something.
It's exciting.
Bro,
let me like that.
Real quick that I heard the other day. Let me tell you something real quick that I heard the other day that I never really thought about it. But you have to understand that semen is literally the best part of a man. This is the reason why so many women swallow sperm, because it is literally all of the nutrients that you ingest. The most pristine parts of those nutrients is what makes semen. Do you understand that? Because semen is what goes into the woman's body to create a healthy human being. So in essence, the semen is the best part of a man. It is the fucking miracle liquid from God. Are you stupid? And you over here talking about being ashamed? Stop playing with me.
Dick is a gift.
Stop fucking playing with me.
You can say that semen is God's nectar. Okay, it's actually good for the kid.
This dude 22. He ain't ashamed. You know, he playing ashamed, but he didn't brag to his bros that he didn't smash it in the car.
No,
right?
But that's the stupid part though. He bragged to his bros, but then when he's standing in front of the bitch, he's ashamed.
Yeah, like come on, man. Like all I know is this, man. On your road.
Because the majority of the bitches I fucked was in the car too. So I don't know why you're right. I am being ashamed for.
Man, bro.
On your road of learning and growing, man.
You know what it is? I be thinking grown women won't go for that. That's what I be thinking.
Yo,
they will.
Bro, let me tell you something. Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you. A woman's biggest thing is to be desired by a man. So if you desire me enough that you can't even wait for us to get to the hotel or back to your place, that is a big compliment to most women. Do you understand that? Bro, it's a woman who don't really like you who gonna be like, oh my God, why we fucking in the car?
Exactly.
Oh my God. If a bitch do that, she don't fucking like you, nigga.
There we go. Speak to it. There we go.
What the fuck you know about taking off t-shirts?
It ain't got to be dark.
And hanging them over the fucking window and then winding up the window. Back in the day when we still had the window crank, you put the t-shirt over the window and you wind up the window. You put the two backseat windows, nigga. The fuck are we talking about?
And
A
then
woman wants to feel that excitement, like, oh my God, I need you. I want you now. Just get in the back seat and work this out.
Look, okay, let me say this, caller, and you can look it up after we're done. There are a lot of women that are into exhibitionism, which is being watched, or voyeurism, where it comes to actually watching people. A lot of women are into that shit, right? So, and here's the thing, caller, don't be one of those guys where you get into a relationship with a woman and you really don't know the full depth of her sexuality because you never pushed the boundaries. No, push them boundaries, nigga. Push them. So that way you can know everything there is about her that she likes, and you can also introduce her to shit that she didn't know she would like.
Dick is a gift.
In the middle of a Home Depot parking lot with the engine running.
Home Depot.
Keeping it cool in the inside.
Hey.
I'm telling you, it'll get foggy. The windows will foggy up.
Yo.
And if you're doing it right, she won't notice anybody. She won't notice anybody around until at the end. And that's when the smiles come out because she realized what she did, but it's exciting. It ain't the same old thing, But this is my last thing to you, caller, that I'm going to say. As you continue to learn and grow, make sure you establish your masculine identity. So that way you understand,
Yes, sir.
as you go on your road, you're 22, enjoyable time, keep enjoying it, but make sure you start to identify yourself, the masculine man, and start to really develop that.
Yes, sir.
And caller.
Okay.
Caller, listen. Get your traveling smash kit for the whip.
Yeah.
Get it for the whip. Make sure.
I'm gonna go back and replay this video and take notes on what you said.
All right, bro. I appreciate you, man. All right, we're gonna
I appreciate
it. Yeah, we're gonna take it out of here.
I never forget my mom hopped in the car, right? And I had my bag there. And she goes, "Oh, what's that?" I said, "Oh, that's just my bag, Mom. I got my toothbrush, toothpaste." She said, "Oh, you got you a whole bag."
Got you a whole bag?
Wait a minute, Mama. Wait, how would you know about a whole bag? Oh, never mind. I want to know, Mama. Never mind.
Yeah. So you put your toothpaste, your toothbrush, you got your mouthwash in there, you got your little spray, you got your towel that you're gonna roll up, you got a face towel in there just in case you need to wash off. Sometimes you keep a little water. Like there's different little things you got to keep in there. Make sure you fresh. Make sure you got to change your clothes in the back of the car. Make sure because you never know. Sometimes you in the car, boom, boom, and then the splash come, and it takes your shirt. It takes over your shirt. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That splash that happened that takes over your shirt. You can't wear that shirt no more. You got to change the shirt.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Look, you want to do the questions or what? Because we all.
Look at the
let's go. Let's get it.
So you say you want to holler at this one, Miles? You want to go ahead and holler at this one real quick?
Oh, is there a need to say this is my stand? Well, yeah, but you kind of said it before. Your actions should speak. You don't need to say this is my standard. Your actions, as long as you have as long as you have consistency. Once you move in a consistent manner, your standards will be explained through your action.
And I would say don't tell your standard.
Show
your actions, your consistency will show your standard. Just like if you like your bed made, you got to make your bed to demand your bed being made. However, at the same time, give instructions and see if those instructions are followed, but never say the standard in which those instructions come from, because you want whoever to meet them to meet it naturally and not think it's the finish line when they meet it.
Facts. Real shit.
All right. So he says the follow-up is the more attractive ones have become more fickle over the years. Nah, bro, that's in your fucking head. And the above average, bro. That's you, because you treat them different. You guys don't understand that you're behaving differently with women based on how attractive you think they are. And because you're behaving in a way that you're behaving, they're reciprocating that energy. It ain't the women, bro, it's you. All right, so we got another one right here. Do you think you will ever restart the Wednesday morning show you did a while back? Perhaps. I'm not gonna say yay or nay, but I have thought about it, Courtney, and it's a realistic possibility that I might. Stay tuned for further details about that. All right, so AJ Leno says, "Hey Miles, I'm curious to why you and Lucario chose not to have kids with all the immaculate and exquisite game y'all have. That's why they ain't got no kids, because they got game, nigga. Go ahead.
What does kids have to do with the game?
I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess he's saying that I would be able to bestow a game to my son or to my daughter if I had one. Bro, it just, I don't know. It's just not for me, bro. That life is not for. I think I'm here to disseminate this. This is what I'm here to do. Because if I had to raise a kid, like I think a lot more of my focus would be on raising the kid, and I wouldn't be able to spit the game to y'all. You feel me? So I don't know.
I'll tell you this as a person with some kids with this game. I tell my son stuff all the time. I tell my daughter stuff all the time, but then you realize you can't tell them everything. It's just too much. You got to slowly kind of feed them different things. So, it's some responsibility to even that. So yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot, bro. Because the thing with me, like as thorough and consistent as you see me do that's how thorough and consistent I would want to be with my kids. So, and my life is busy enough. Trust me, it's not something that I don't think about. I do think about it. But it's like at the same time, like I said, my life is busy enough just doing what I do here to actually be trying to keep a kid gamed up, plus keep him away from the Rainbow Coalition and everything else. Come on, man.
Bro, and not only that, Miles, you got enough kids with all these niggas biting shit. You know what I'm saying? You got sons everywhere all over YouTube.
That's facts. Mario got mad.
Little bastards. So hold on real quick. So he says, respect to the panel. If money, game, see, bro, when you start mentioning money, bro, that makes me look at you with the side eye, my nigga. Army benefits or inheritance doesn't guarantee cooperation. Bro, see, I don't even, y'all can take this question. I don't even like the fucking question when you start talking about money and shit. Y'all got it.
Oh, this is London Voyage. We could probably skip every question he has after. He just has to either call in or get some coaching. We're done. I'm done with London Voyage.
I don't think he gets it. Like,
yeah, he's one of those. He's one of those. He's gonna keep asking us basically the same question disguised as a new fucking question every time, and each question is just gonna expose the fact that his game is weak. That's all.
So Tyler says, reiterating my question, I'm asking you guys to explain the mindset speaking to younger women, niggas in person that you're older than. For example, I'm 30, but I'm interested in 18, 20. Yo, man, look, let me tell you something. Every woman that with the exception of one, out of the 3 serious relationships I've had, women were anywhere from about 7 years to 11 years younger than me. Every last one of them. All of them were 7 years to about 11 years younger than me. I'm the same nigga, dog. I don't care if I'm talking to a woman my age or a woman 10, 15 years younger than me. I'm coming the same way. It don't matter.
Same way. Yeah. That goes right back to the title of the show. Like, stop switching up for women. Old women, young women, ugly women, pretty women, white women, black women. It don't matter. The bottom line is for you to be you.
Thanks for restating that question too. Because the way you stated it last time. Yeah.
I'm not switching up for nobody for no reason. By defining standards and consistency in life, do we need to think and prepare first and take the time about setting things needed? Or do we need to go to behavior, apply, and take these questions? Yeah, y'all are making this shit too logical. Okay. Gentlemen, standards are something set by you. So that way you can have a certain quality of life. Basically, it's something that you say, this is how I want my life to be, and I have the discipline necessary to adhere to this standard I'm setting for myself. And if and when I invite women into my life, they need to abide by the same standard that I'm adhering to. If not, I can't fuck with them.
Right. So whatever you demand as far as a standard and consistency that you display, you should be displaying it. Like if you hate being late, if you hate people being late, then you will never be late. Right? So if you say, man, she's always late. Well, but then you're always late too. Is that really your standard? Or are you just demanding it from her? So that's the thing. Whatever your consistency will reflect what your true standards are.
Exactly. And the consistency has to start with you. With you. Your routines, everything in your life has to be set for you. Okay? That's what I was telling the other guy, to invite chicks to things that you want to invite them to that have to do with you. Even if you're going to compliment a chick, compliment her based on something that you believe or that you think or that you see.
All right, I'm skipping some of the other questions. They were too elementary. So Fitness DJ says, when you all were still discovering the game early, did you catch on later that chicks that you weren't vibing with in the moment ended up seeing it first and initiated without saying it? Well, I'll just speak for myself. Me, I was always good at reading people. Okay, even prior to having sex for the first time, I always had a knack for just reading people and being able to tell. It's kind of like this, Fitness DJ. This is very simple. If you've ever been introduced to a guy and you shook his hand and just by the way he carried himself, you already knew right away he probably was a thorough dude and he wasn't to be trifled with. And then you met another guy and you knew right off rip he was a bitch ass nigga. He was a hoe ass nigga. You just knew, right? It's kind of like the same thing with women. You can kind of tell, okay, even by someone's handshake to a degree. You know what I'm saying? What kind of man they may or may not be. Because again, it's still perception because you don't know them. But you can kind of tell, again, if you have astute observation and astute awareness, you can kind of get a bead on whether or not somebody's on some bullshit or whether or not they might be on some other shit. Y'all got it.
For me, I would tell you that when I was younger, or whatever, I got tried a lot because I have the type of personality where I'm laughing, I'm talking, I'm cracking jokes. So nobody thinks the funny man or the guy that seems like he's really enjoying life, really got it until they test it out and then they realize, okay, he ain't no pushover. So, one of the greatest compliments that, my friends or people that got to know me was just like, hey man, Jay Roman is just Jay Roman. Like that's just him. Right. So, when I was growing up, things caught up, but I always had the personality of just being me.
All right. All right. That's it. Miles, you want to speak on that or you good, fam?
Nah, that's fine, man. I'm good on that.
All right. So, Miles, can you go ahead and show the soap real quick? I got the joint.
Sir. As y'all know, man. Get the soap, man. Shout out.
We see you, Renee P, repping the soap, the masculine identity soap from Miles with different, with the different types though. Miles and expanded.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
I'm a soap connoisseur off this motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
All righty then. All right. Speaking of that, y'all got anything y'all want to plug before we go ahead and bid these motherfuckers farewell for the
remember, guys, check us out tomorrow, 12 noon, the Real Game No Theory show with 1950 Steve the Dean, Mr. Lucario Kazak, and myself. And make sure y'all tune in tomorrow, man. Oh, and Lucario is going live this afternoon at 5 p.m. on YouTube Live as well. So make sure y'all check out Lucario's show as well. So yeah, man. Thank you guys. And thank you to callers.
On Monday, me and 1950 will be back at it in the cigar lounge there. Check us out about 7:00. And then 1950's membership gateway to game. Go ahead and check that out.
Check that out. Facts.
There we go. There we go.
Right.
So on that note, masculineidentitymembership.com right there. Manhood is a skill set.com right there. Schedule your consultations, phone consultations, Zoom consultations. I got you. Hit up the Patreon for exclusive joints. We out.
Peace, peace, peace.